Holiday shopping stressing you out? Well, Natalie and I rely on Amazon's AI shopping assistant, Rufus, to find the perfect gift for everyone on our list. Just tell Rufus who you're shopping for, and it suggests great options while keeping your budget in mind. It's especially helpful since Amazon was just named the lowest priced U.S. online retailer for 9 straight years, with prices up to 14% lower than competitors. Visit Amazon.com and look for the Rufus icon for smarter, more affordable holiday shopping. Cold mornings, holiday plans, this is when we need our wardrobe to just work, and that's why we choose Quince all year long.
Quince is the go-to destination this holiday season for everyone in my life. No matter who you are, you're getting something from Quince because it's so easy, it's so reliable, and their pieces truly stand the test of time. They really put quality and care into everything that they do. Their 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters for $50 is a staple piece in my closet that I will wear year-round, no matter what. It's always a go-to. I'm always reaching for it. Their outerwear lineup is no joke. Down jackets, wool top coats, and leather styles that are built to last. Their bedding is unbelievable. Their bath towels, their luggage, everything that they do is so good. They've really become a go-to across the board. Their cookware, travel accessories, etc. I got my mom the organic Turkish waffle robe for Christmas this year. It's woven from 100% organic, long, staple Turkish cotton and inspired by the classic style found in spas across the globe. So get your wardrobe sorted and your gift list handled with Quince. Don't wait. Go to quince.com/VIALL for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/VIALL. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/VIALL.
The holidays are all about creating a cozy, safe home, but if you are using laundry or dishwasher pods, then hidden microplastics could be sneaking into the place and people you care most about. That's why we've made the switch to Blue Land across all our cleaning products, especially during the holidays when most of us spend more time cooking, hosting, and cozying up indoors. Blue Land products meet the highest standards of clean. They are effective yet gentle on people and the planet. In fact, Blue Land was named the EPA Safer Choice Partner of the Year.
From cleaning sprays and toilet bowl cleaner to dishwasher and laundry detergent tablets, Blue Land's formulas are 100% microplastic free, made with certified clean ingredients, free from chlorine, bleach, and harsh chemicals that are safe to use around your family. You'll love not having to choose between the safe option and what actually gets your home clean.
So, if you are like us and you care about the products you're using in your home to make it safer for you and your family, make the switch to Blue Land now. You'll feel really good about doing it, and your place will feel sparkly clean, new and fresh.
Y'all know I hate doing dishes, and so I put everything in the dishwasher, and their dishwasher tablets are proven to perform on baked on, burnt on stains. No rinse aid is even needed. Blue Land has a special offer for listeners. Right now, get 15% off your first order by going to blueland.com/VIALL. You won't want to miss this. Blueland.com/VIALL for 15% off. That's blueland.com/VIALL to get 15% off.
You're crazy.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another electric episode of the Viall Files Reality Recap Edition, joined by my sparkly...
Wait, you're going to say, I am your host,
I am
Nick.
your host, Nick. I was already thinking about
Me.
what I'm going to say to you.
Yeah.
He thinks of you before himself.
He does.
I do.
He
I am a
does.
selfless partner
Well,
in love.
what were you thinking about saying?
Sparkly, charismatic, selfless, curious. Curious. You just want to know how things happen. My wife, Natalie, she is with us, joined by the rest of the household. Sierra is
Sicky.
she's down bad.
Yeah.
She's
Under the weather.
She's under the weather.
Something's going around.
But we got Leia on the couch.
Hi.
Mom of two.
Woo.
Soon to be.
Natalie told me she's done with all my Christmas shopping.
Done.
Whoa.
I have not started.
That's
how do
early.
you do it?
I didn't make you a list. Sometimes you're like, you're going to love, I got you the best Christmas gift.
Listen, like, not every year is like a slam dunk. I think this year is pretty good. I definitely got creative for one of them. And the other ones,
I'm
got
looking
you
at Natalie's wish list.
some necessities.
Oh, you made a wish
And
list. Good.
I have
Yeah.
a running wish list of just like things that I wouldn't buy myself, but I'm like, oh, I love that. I'll just add it to this wish list and maybe.
Are these come with links or are these just
Valentine's Day.
screenshots?
You made it hard for him.
Yeah, I do I list what I want in the color, in the size, put the link and then I also put the photo.
Oh, you made it
Oh
easy.
wow, that's Nick.
I make
Easy.
it incredibly
Yeah, that is
easy.
It's in a
pretty-
checkout box.
Nick,
It's
your
pretty
life.
easy.
Yeah. So you haven't
Mhm.
done any is what I'm it's coming to the conclusion.
You haven't hit order.
What day is it? It's December what?
10th.
Nick, I
Oh my
will.
god, it's my dad's birthday.
Oh.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
You want to send a text?
Need to call him.
I have even less time than you guys because Hanukkah starts on Sunday.
Oh.
And I
Do you guys
am
give
not-
gifts? on
Oh yeah,
Hanukkah?
yeah, 8 nights of them.
You have to give 8 gifts to Danny?
Oh my god, that's a dream.
No, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
Are you going to do it for Louis?
No, but my
Oh.
mom did. She bought 8 gifts.
I didn't realize that people celebrate Saint Nick.
What's that?
So
River got
my-
a gift on Saint
River-
Nick.
Yeah, my mom gave River a Saint Nick gift. I believe he comes on December 6th or 7th.
Oh.
What is it?
Wait.
I think
What?
It's like
December-
it's
he
the
comes
bonus for being
December
Catholic.
He comes December 5th.
December 5th?
Yeah.
We like our saints in Catholicism.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Heard of them?
Okay.
And we have so many like extra religious days where you have to go to church for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah.
I feel like Saint Nick is one of those days where like this one's about you guys.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
like it's
So you
So
always
don't
got a
have
gift.
to go to church.
it's kind of like Santa. It's
But
like Santa gives a
It's
preview.
Santa. It's Santa, but like a little bit more sad and a little bit more repressed.
So
as
what does
Saint
the
Nick.
day look like? Like you wake
I'm
up in the
unfamiliar
morning.
with Saint Nick's story.
You wake up in the morning and like, what is the day?
There's just like some toy, maybe a treat in a stocking.
Lutheranism doesn't do Saint Nick. We just get all of the days you have to go to church as well without the extra gifts.
I'm Catholic, but I never did Saint Nick
You
Day.
never did Saint Nick?
No, but we
Mm.
did like 12 days of Christmas.
12 days ago. We
Oh.
we
And
for
like an
sure
advent
That's more than
calendar. Yeah.
8, guys.
we for sure had an advent
12
calendar.
days of Christmas. Damn.
ABC Family used to do their
Like you
12
don't take your decorations down after Christmas. You leave them
12
up.
days of Christmas is basically it's after Christmas. It's like post,
So it's going into January. Like
yeah. So it's
January
basically
4th. We're still celebrating.
Is the first day
Christmas?
of Christmas Day?
yeah. So basically, like after Jesus Christ was born,
In
it
the
took
manger.
in the manger.
Lord and Savior.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ was
What
born in
is
the
ma-
manger.
What's manger?
Manger. He was born in a basically. Remember when you fell at BravoCon
Oh.
and there was no like
I
room
fell?
for you? No, you passed out at BravoCon
Oh yes. Okay.
and you were in the hotel and there was no room for you. That's
the hotel.
basically what happened to Mary,
In the
Mother of
hotel,
God.
Yes.
I
But,
feel
and
like-
she was pregnant, as are you.
I feel like we don't need to recap the whole birth of Jesus.
I'm learning something new.
So they had to like go to a stable in a manger and shit, and then like
is
And they
a
were like, no
manger?
vacancy.
there was
Not
no
the-
vacancy.
not
A
the
It's
manger
bar.
is like a
it's
valley, right? Like a manger is like a
Yeah,
like
a manger's a little
pasture.
box.
By the way, the reason
Oh.
I ask is because I keep hearing Lisa Barlow singing about a manger.
Away on a
Right.
manger.
Away.
What
It's a
is
song.
it?
Okay, a
It's a-
manger. You put like hay in it and stuff, and animals like eat out of
Think
it.
of like a barn, but a lot smaller.
And
Very
Jesus
tiny.
was born in it.
Yes,
Whoa.
because he was humble. Anyway, that was the whole thing.
Like his dad was God, but
but he didn't. He was a
He
nepo
said, "Don't
baby,
worry,
but he
Mom.
didn't
Yeah.
talk
I'm
about
okay
that.
to be born here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And anyway, and
God
then
was
like
very worried about Jesus being a nepo baby.
yeah.
So-
So then to get back to the 12 days of Christmas, basically afterwards, there were a bunch of like people who like got messages from angels or whatever.
The
and they were
kings
like, we
followed the
gotta
star
go.
that led them to Jesus.
And it took them 12 days. And so those are the 12 days of Christmas. And they're like gifts. They would bring like frankincense and myrrh and like other things. And so after that,
Myrrh.
frankincense and myrrh.
Fuck is all
Bruh.
that? Wow, I'm really.
Anyway, that's the 12 days of Christmas.
I do have a vivid memory, and I'm curious whether Nick, you ever went to one of these. When I was little, my family brought me to like a church transformed like the surrounding area into Jerusalem or like into the city that like Jesus was born, and we walked around, and there were like Roman guards around, like people in like historic,
I think we didn't went that far.
Clothing.
We always
Oh my
had a
gosh.
nativity scene.
Mm.
and it was like a live nativity scene with like a woman. I don't think she was giving birth, but I think she had given the birth, and like the baby was in
A manger.
Yeah.
the manger.
When I was
Wow.
6, we'd put on a play at the lake house. I have pictures of it.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you get a manger?
I played Joseph, Jesus' dad.
Joseph.
That's a
Okay.
miss. You should have played Nick.
Nick wasn't there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, we have a great episode lined up for you today. The one and only Kate Aurthur from Variety Magazine joins us to talk all things Bravo. She has been covering Bravo and reality TV for some time now. She's also part of the Actors on Actors production, or she certainly has been in the past. And so,
You know who now is?
Who?
Elizabeth Wagmeister.
well, now that Variety
Yes.
and CNN are
Yeah.
kind of like working together, so
Congrats,
we'll get to
Diva.
talk to her about all of that and more. Plus, Natalie Maguire from your new Vanderpump cast joins the show to talk about the new cast. Not necessarily a new show. I'm still quite confused, but it being
Soft
Season 12?
relaunch.
season 12.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do a season, I don't know, like what? Like, isn't there like a handoff?
Lisa talked about this. Like she talked about it when they did like a premiere party a couple days ago, and Lisa was saying like there was a lot of thought that was put into whether we bring this back and are we rebooting it or are we like moving it on. And she was just like, she honestly didn't provide really an explanation. She was just like, it meant
Typical
sense.
Lisa fashion.
It meant sense to keep it.
It must have
what
been
it's
such a
known.
dream come true for some of these people to like do the whole intro video with the music
Yeah.
and like be part of like such an established popular show.
Yeah, they really don't have to do much.
no.
Yeah.
They're like, we already got 11 seasons under our
know.
belt.
I'm just so curious. I'm curious to know from Natalie like what the pressure must feel like to
Mhm.
fill those shoes, because it's like, I mean, we'll get into it, but the episode was like good. I wonder if
I'm
they feel good
enjoying
about it
it.
after, where they're like, I cried. It was dramatic. It was they got in a
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about it more when we cover it, but I'm into it.
Well, we had Hilaria Baldwin on.
I enjoyed her.
I did too.
I think she's great.
I don't understand. I mean, I guess she's like another Meghan Markle type where people just hate her for no real reason. You know,
She married into fame, and I think a lot of people feel a certain way about that.
well,
I
am
mean-
aware. Safe
Yes,
on the
'cause
rack.
Alex
Are
and I-
famous people only allowed to marry famous people?
Exactly.
I feel
Well,
like
and
it's
she's
always more
quirky and
endearing when they
eccentric.
don't marry famous
Exactly.
people, and it's like, oh, look at them, and then it's like, no, we hate her.
Right.
It's the whole that should be me.
She's a strong personality. She's a big personality. She's quirky and eccentric and all these, she's very charming in person.
Mhm.
Also just incredibly easygoing. I think that
Yeah.
was my biggest surprise. I think you have this perception of, she's married to Alec Baldwin, this big celebrity, and like she's had all this kind of like criticism, whether you deem it fair or not. And she showed up by herself. No team,
Yeah,
no
no
publicist, no
publicist.
manager.
I was going to say, you can tell a lot about people by the way they enter a room. And
Yeah.
like she entered the room and addressed the people in the room, like whether, like beyond you and Natalie.
Right, right,
Mhm.
right.
Like she was interested in talking to other people, which I think
Yeah.
says a lot.
She also was super down to do the stupidest TikTok we've ever made. So that was cool.
Check it out. On
Check it
Viall
out. Check it
Files.
out. Go on Val's TikTok.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the conversation.
Mhm.
And again, that's why I love what we do, to actually, so many people that we don't see as human, humanize them.
Mhm.
And yeah, whatever. She has a little bit of an accent sometimes. I don't know.
No, but talking to her, like,
It makes so much sense.
as someone like myself who grew up in the South, grew up with a very thick Southern accent, to then like learn to not speak with that accent anymore. And now that dialect is like engraved in my brain. Now, when I'm with other people from the South, it comes out and people will be like,
Where'd
what the
that
hell
come
is that?
from? Yeah.
Like, what
Hell
is that?
yeah,
And so
bro.
I
And you're
relate
from the
to her.
South.
Yeah. And she might not be from Spain, but she's grew up going there. Her family's from there. Like, she is bilingual.
When I go to Thanksgiving with your family for a weekend, I start speaking differently by the last day.
It's like I can't imagine being married to, like, if Nick were British. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, eventually
Yeah.
it's got to come out.
Guys, I would not, I mean,
And suddenly Natalie is Dorit.
literally, I'm Dorit and Meredith.
Literally. Have you guys
Put in
ever
one.
heard of the like concept of like mirroring and like attraction and stuff? Like
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
if you yeah.
Like Brad Pitt with
She-
every woman he's dated. He's kind of morphed into the.
Yeah, kind of, but also it's like even with friends or just like your family, people you're close to, people you love, you a lot of times like mirror their mannerisms,
Yeah,
the way
for
they
sure.
speak. So, you know what I mean? Like it's just
It's not like I started saying period slay because I
yeah.
wasn't hanging around with my wife.
Exactly.
So
So, we can
I remember the
argue
first
that.
time you said period, and I was like, oh,
Oops.
period, period.
Boots.
I'm trying
Okay.
very hard to not speak in
Gen
In
Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
You don't want to say 6, 7.
So is In and Out.
Yeah. Truly, so is it now.
at what point did you realize that there was a mixed bag of opinions about me?
Probably when I started getting like child bride DMs and comments, and like, yeah, I started seeing people have an opinion about me who's never met me before. I definitely was like, oh, who are you? Interesting. How do you know that? Why do you think that? What have I done to you? Why are you mad?
I'm sorry.
Probably then. But, I'm grateful that you have like, it seemed very much like talking to Hilaria that Alec was like not the best teacher and like bringing her into his world. She kind of talked about how he was kind of like, she got a call from Page 6 And then she was like stunned, like, I don't know what to say. She called him. He's like, oh, you handled that pretty good. And I'm grateful that you have very much been like, none of this is real. These comments, like, don't let it get to you. Don't read. Don't believe. Just know what is true is like what's in front of you. And so I am grateful for that. Because if you had just been like, head to Reddit, see what they say, I probably would.
Everyone's opinions matter.
Yeah.
Well, change their mind. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You should go online more.
They have a
actually.
point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everybody
They're
has an
probably
opinion.
right.
Yeah.
So
I see what they're saying. I mean,
Yeah, you are all of the things everyone is saying, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I felt like I've heard so much about Hilaria throughout the media. And obviously we talked about some of the more like viral moments.
Mm-hmm.
And like just peeling back the layers and like seeing the human behind it. And it's so obvious that like her and Alec are just not that serious. And
Yeah.
everyone tries to make it. You know, it's when people are like, it's not that deep. It's just, you know, like, it's just not. We don't care. We're
No,
fine.
I mean, there are people obviously looking for things.
Totally.
And like we've been guilty, I mean, in responding to like, you know, we talked about her
Yeah.
red carpet moment. We're like, oh, damn, you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
but we all,
Yeah.
you know, and obviously she reminded us what we always know that like, and that's the thing with short form is that you're swiping through, you're half paying attention, you're not really thinking about, is this being taken out of context
Mhm.
or what is the context or things like that.
Yeah.
It is fun to just look at that and go, oh, trouble. Ooh, she's being, ooh.
Sad.
Well, because also it's a nice
Naughty.
distraction from your life where it's like, oh, like you get to talk about something outside of yourself.
Yeah, I think it's still fun and like not terrible to have those conversations as long as it's like not that serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like with Alec Baldwin, he is so funny. Like Alec Baldwin in 30 Rock like is one of the funniest performances I've ever seen in my entire life. And so I think when people like talk about him like this hyper serious guy and like with Hilaria of like how are they together? I'm like, that's Jack Donaghy. He was making like poop jokes for like 10 years on 30 Rock. Like I'm sure they get along.
Well, you know what
Right.
else is not that deep?
What?
Kyle Cook staying at a fan's
Actually,
house.
that is still deep.
That it is. Well, he
No,
is
I
claiming
will
it's not
say,
that deep.
Yes, he's saying
I
it's not that deep.
appreciate the context.
I can understand how you're living your life. The trailer comes out. You kind of forget that was like something you and your wife had to work through. And you
Right.
have a clip of her venting to her friends of like in the heat of the moment, like, and he fucking slept at a fan's house.
Mhm.
And that's the only bit that they put into the trailer. And now he's got to respond to everyone being like, what did you do? And he's basically was like, guys, it was an event. Me and Amanda she didn't want to go. It was an event. It moved to a bar. The bar moved to an after party. He's like,
Hey, bar.
I don't do any drugs to stay awake. So I got sleepy and fell asleep on a couch. All of a sudden, 6 a.m.
Mm.
Interesting context.
The drugs.
Nevertheless, I still wouldn't find myself in that situation. I
Yeah.
am also not a DJ. So there
Mhm.
is that
Mhm.
in Kyle's defense. But it's a different story than the one we heard, which made it seem like he DJ'd, left the event, and like
Went to a
some
fan's house.
random fan
Yeah.
was like, you want to like check out my apartment? And
Like
he was
he-
like, sure.
Like he
He
almost
was
famous.
like, how much do you pay in rent?
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
was like,
And then he got like a
come
house
check it
tour at
out.
Yeah.
5:30 a.m. and then got lost in said house tour. And
And
instead of
fell
going
asleep.
home to his wife, fell asleep.
Mhm.
Instead of, he went to an after party and at the after party took a seat on a couch, got lost in his thoughts, and fell asleep.
Yeah.
Who was the cast member from last season that would like sleep with a ton of random people? Like it was
Oh.
it was alluding to that energy that he just
Oh,
like found someone.
Yes.
What was his name?
What
Oh
was
my
his
God.
name? I can picture him as clear as day in my mind.
Emerald, yeah.
Emerald,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like Emerald. It kind of makes me think of have you guys seen Almost Famous?
Yes.
You know that scene when they just go to a random person's house and party and then jump in their pool?
I am curious how the season's going to play out because there's a ton of new people. And like I think this reinforces like my speculation that this will be the last season with like the OG cast, because someone did a breakdown of the 6 new housemates. If we want to, so we have Mia. She's a Manhattan real estate powerhouse, joining the group through her good friend Sierra. Dara, content creator, had a year-long romance with Wes, but has since moved on.
Uh-oh.
Bailey Taylor created the rising media platform called It Girl. KJ Dillard, pro skater turned model and musician.
Skater.
Levi.
We got 6 new people.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah, how are we going to keep track of all of this?
Levi.
It's like yeah, to Justin's point, it's giving recast, and it's actually giving that like what they would have done with Vanderpump had they planned this before Vanderpump happened,
And like
in the
having
sense
them integrate and
have-
then separate.
like a handoff, and
Yeah.
it will be like some kind of spin-off to
Yeah.
like
Why
Kyle
weren't-
and Amanda in the
Is there
city.
even enough bedrooms?
That's
for
what
all
I was
these
just going to
people?
Yeah.
say. Also, none of them
Guess
were in the
people are gonna have
trailer.
to bunk.
No, a lot of
Like,
these.
2 of them were in the trailer.
a
Like
lot of-
the Australian bachelor
I think
guy.
a lot of these people are like introduced through storylines, but I would assume. So like I don't know that they're full-time cast members or even friends, but these are just people that
Are hanging around the
They'll
house.
be brought.
identified.
you know.
I do think
Yeah.
that this is a smart way to
Yeah.
do a reboot.
And we don't know that it's a reboot.
How do we
Like-
think Dara, the content creator who had a year-long romance with West but has since moved on? I feel like that's quotes from her own mouth. How do we feel like she got on the show? Do we feel like West was like, hey, we're on good terms. You've since moved on, as have I.
Maybe.
I love when
You
people
should
have
come
since
on.
moved on.
Or was it like a let's get a little bit of drama and peel back into these guys' past?
I think it's like a party. Like it's like we sent the party full, everybody RSVP to it. She shows up,
Right,
and then
these people
something
must
happens.
have been at the party.
And you're like, oh, fuck my ex. Even though she's since moved on, she's here.
It'll be interesting.
But he's
There-
still in love with Sierra.
I get maybe he's still in love with Sierra.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. I kind of think Weston Sierra endgame. Don't kill me.
I
Don't kill
DM'd
me.
Jesse Solomon asking him to send me partyful links, and he didn't.
You're also not
You're-
in the Hamptons.
Just for the plot, I just want to know where they're happening.
if
and
Lindsay
when.
Hubbard
I'm
can
not
party
going.
pregnant, so can Leia.
That's true.
Leia, we
I
can
did go to Coachella pregnant.
we can tell you where they're happening. They're in the Hamptons, and that I'm sure
And
that
BravoCon.
listing is somewhere.
and BravoCon. True.
Group trip to the
I
Hamptons.
passed out.
Anyone?
But that's neither here nor there.
Anyone?
we should
Group
do
trip
a,
to the
We
Hamptons.
should do a
What's that?
field trip
Group
to a
the
summer house
Hamptons?
party.
We should.
I've never been to
Yeah.
the Hamptons.
I
Me
haven't
neither.
either.
Neither have
Shockingly.
I want to.
Okay, Nick, you DM.
Maybe Sierra will invite us. Probably not. No.
Probably not.
Not you.
How about you DM Jesse or West and ask for a partyful link?
for all of
What's
us.
the party fill link?
That's how they're invited to all of these parties that they have
Oh.
at the summer house.
It's how the young
Mhm.
hip kids are creating party invites.
Field trip.
Yeah, for research purposes.
research,
Right.
research,
Okay.
very important research.
Live podcast episode.
Viall
from-
Files goes. It's a whole episode. It's
Yeah.
the Viall Files team is here.
We did our Christmas cards, and
Ah.
people have received them.
Yay.
I didn't
was
get-
like,
Mine
oh,
must
thank
have
God
been
they
I
got
was like, I
them.
didn't get
mailed.
mine.
Yeah.
so-
You didn't get
Driving,
one.
maybe, right?
Yeah.
Then that's just so many
To all the employees?
to all everyone. And then I was like,
Where did
Mhm.
you-
does Kyle really want a picture of River
Yeah.
on his fridge?
I mean, I
I
would
don't
hang
know.
it up.
Hey guys, you work for us. Here's our family. Put it on your fridge.
I thought it would be
You
cute.
don't see
I get-
enough of us.
I don't know. I get one
All
from
right,
my
so-
dentist, but not the people I talk to every day.
Where did you guys take them? Like, what was the setting?
So remember last year when it was like the whole ordeal of the
Mhm.
sweater?
Oh, sweater.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the
Oh
oatmeal
my
sweater.
god! And
I
Nick
got
was,
clowned for saying Sears. Yes. yes.
Mhm.
Yes, Nick was Complain Central. This year he was also Complain Central.
Mm.
Mm.
What
Surprise,
was the outfit?
surprise.
Well, she almost made us do it during the Packer game.
Oh.
Well, you set yourself up a little bit.
Well, I didn't realize it was the Packer game. It was the only day Sarah Partain, our photographer who has captured every important moment in our lives, had available. And we were like about to leave for Thanksgiving. Then we were going to the lake. Like times it was short. And then also you have to get them printed, get them, go to Minton, fill out the thing,
It's
get
a
them
whole
printed,
thing,
then
yeah.
send them
The
out.
Packers
It's like
really
a
should have thought
long,
about that.
it's a long
Yeah.
process. So I was like, oh my God, this is our only day. Nick, we have to go at 1:00. He's like, it's right in the middle of the Packer game. I'm like, I don't really know. It'll take 20 minutes. You got a toddler. She's not going to last very
Yeah.
long. Like,
I want to
Press
make it clear
pause.
that I
You
was
can watch it on
prepared
your phone.
mentally to go.
He
I
was-
I
he
was
was upset.
definitely grumbling and huffing and puffing, but I had conceded. And
Yeah.
then my gorgeous, lovely,
then I woke up
supportive
with a
wife-
headache morning of,
Oh.
and Nick's like, I think you should rest. You shouldn't, because I was like, I need to get ready. He's like, you, my sweet wife, should just lay
It's
down
giving a little convenient.
and rest. And I was like,
Mhm.
you would say that. And I ended up being like, you know what? Maybe he's right. And I found another photographer
Who was lovely.
who was lovely.
He did a wonderful
And
job.
and she was like,
Beautiful.
I can fit you in tomorrow. I was like, we're in and out. We only need like 20 minutes. And she crushed, and it was great.
Mm.
Name's Nina.
Wait, so what was the setting? It was in the house?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, it was not in the house.
at a
It was in a
field.
field.
Oh,
It was in a
cute.
field. We were like, gallivanting and running throughout the field. And
Did you have like matching colors?
we did like color
Honestly, Natalie,
coordinating.
let me just kind of whip something up real quick.
I did. I was in one of those where I was like, don't care.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
You know?
After the oatmeal sweater.
After oatmeal
reveal,
sweater,
you're
I'm like, I can't.
pick
you
your
know.
battles. Yeah.
I can only pick one child's
child.
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was Rivers.
Mhm.
Well, up next, we have Kate Aurthur to get into all things Bravo, including discussing the recent release. She's out, baby.
She's
Jen
out.
Shah
Congrats,
has been,
Justin.
released from incarceration. And obviously, we had another wild episode of the Salt Lake City Housewives.
There's
And
never a dull moment.
Never
Nope.
a dull moment. But before we get to Kate Aurthur, just a friendly reminder that Viall Files Plus is now giving you ad-free episodes of the Viall Files. So if you want to listen to our show ad-free, in addition to that, get updates on the juiciest Ask Nick callers or
Mhm.
deep dive even more into your favorite reality TV shows, or just do a weekly roundup of your favorite pop culture topics we didn't get to talk about. All that and more is available on Viall Files Plus, so be sure to check it out. It's free to sign up. Go to viallfiles.com to get your Viall Files Plus content. Yeah, so it's really exciting. Check it out.
Mhm. Plus rocks, you guys. You should for sure.
It's a lot of fun.
It's really fun.
My favorite time of the week, to be
Yeah.
honest.
We really just goof, we gab.
There we go.
Okay, Kate Aurthur.
Up next, Kate Aurthur. Fall is one of our favorite times of year. Weather is better, and it just feels like life slows down in the best way. Between weekend plans, football games, and upcoming holidays, it's nice to have clothes that keep up and still feel good. And that's where Mack Weldon comes in. Mack Weldon's got all the essentials for fall, comfortable, easy to layer clothes designed for cooler days and timeless style. Their new Ace line, inspired by their best-selling sweatpants, combines everyday comfort and long-lasting and confident looks. Explore the hoodies, half zips, sweaters, crew necks, and more at MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your first order of $100 or more with code VIALL. Ladies, your men are going to absolutely love Mack Weldon. They have so many great pieces that are comfortable, they last, they're stylish, they hold their form. Again, whether that's their sweatpants line, their classic hoodies, their sweatshirts, they're absolutely fantastic. If you have a guy in your life that just likes to lounge around in some basic staples, Mack Weldon is for them. Their Ace pullover hoodie sweatshirt, it's one of my favorite pieces in my closet. Incredibly comfortable. I wear it with jeans and when I want to dress it up, or if I'm just lounging around the house up at the lake, you got to have it. It's great. Fall into comfort with Mack Weldon's Ace collection. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code VIALL. That's Mack, M-A-C-K, Weldon, WELDON.com, promo code VIALL.
The holidays are coming up, and there is nothing more meaningful than learning something new. Whether you want to reconnect with family roots, prep for an upcoming trip, or give someone a gift that actually lasts, Rosetta Stone is the perfect way to start something special. Rosetta Stone has been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years. Their immersive, intuitive method helps you truly pick up your new language naturally. No memorizing random vocabulary lists, no feeling lost. This was something that I really leaned on a few years ago because my aunt and all of my cousins live in Spain. They've lived in Spain my whole life. They're very fluent in Spanish, and we were planning a trip to go visit them, and I was like, I cannot go to Spain and not be able to speak Spanish, like with my family. I can't do it. It's just a non-negotiable for me. So I really leaned on Rosetta Stone, and I have to say it is so easy to learn a new language with them because there's no English translation, so you truly learn to speak, listen, and think in your chosen language. They're an intuitive learning process. It starts with words, it builds to phrases, and then it progresses to full sentences.
Whether you're learning Spanish, French, Italian, German, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Dutch, and more, Rosetta Stone is your go-to solution for picking up a new language. Whether it's checking something off your bucket list or, like Natalie mentioned, you're maybe taking a trip in a country that doesn't speak English, it makes your experience so much better just to learn a few key phrases, a few words, just to immerse yourself in the place that you're going.
Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. The Viall Files listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit www.rosettastone.com/VIALL to get started and claim your 50% off today. Give a gift that keeps giving. Go to rosettastone.com/VIALL and start learning today. Revolve is my go-to style destination for any event, any closet refresh, any wedding, anything I'm going to, anything I'm doing. Revolve is a place for me. Honestly, it's been a game changer for Christmas this year. They have so many options, and they even help you with like styling an outfit together. If you click on a shirt, they'll be like, pair it with these pants and these earrings and this purse and this makeup. It's like the easiest thing ever. If you're super last minute like I am and you procrastinate on maybe finding an outfit for something, their 2-day shipping is unbeatable. They have over 1,200 brands and 100,000 styles across high-end, emerging, and exclusive labels in fashion, beauty, and home goods. And because it's that time of year, Revolve's holiday shop is live with all of the trends. Nobody does party season better. Think sparkly party dresses, cozy sets, and the cutest gifts, and everything you need for every holiday event on your calendar. It's all curated in one place, so it's the easiest way to get your whole holiday wardrobe sorted.
If you're looking to dress to impress at any event this holiday season, Revolve is the only place you will need to look fashionable and great.
They have new arrivals daily. Their inclusive sizing options are from extra, extra small to 4X. They have curated edits and collections to help you find your styles that suit your specific preferences and needs without having to go searching. So whether it's a weekend away, a big night out, or a holiday party, your dream wardrobe is just one click away. Head to revolve.com/VIALL to shop My Edit. Take 15% off your first order with code VIALL. Fast 2-day shipping, easy returns. It's literally the only place you need to shop from. That's revolve.com/VIALL to shop my favorites and get 15% off your first order with code VIALL. Offer ends December 25th, so happy shopping.
Kate Aurthur, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
So good to be with you.
It's great to see
We
you.
got to run into Kate at BravoCon.
We did.
Got to catch up.
Yes.
Was that your first BravoCon?
It was my second. I went to the other Vegas one. I never went to the New York ones.
I was really impressed.
It's a great convention.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been to like Comic-Con or anything, but I've been to film festivals, and they're usually just a total shit show in terms of organization, and it is so well run. Like, really, did you find that?
Really well run and like incredibly organized. I was also just really impressed with the fans.
Yeah.
honestly,
Mm-hmm.
because
No.
like you never really know.
Yeah.
But the people who go to BravoCon seem to be the kind ones.
Totally. It's interesting because Bravo does have a toxic streak in its fandom.
Yeah.
But not the people who go to BravoCon, or at least not
in
that
person.
It's
not
because,
that we
I was about
see.
to say, it's because people in person are normally
Yeah.
nice and
Mhm.
normal and know how to speak to other human beings. And then the people who are hiding behind their screen are the ones
Totally.
who like have all the confidence to say the nasty things. So it makes sense that everyone at BravoCon is like,
Either way,
It would
I was-
also be crazy to spend all that money
Yeah.
to go
To just go and, like,
hate
heckle.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely.
that's another level of hater
Yeah, exactly.
to be that person. Yeah.
Actors on Actors.
Yeah.
You guys do at the end of every year.
Mhm.
It just the new 2025
rolling
lineup
out,
came
yeah.
out. You're pretty involved in that process.
So the taping was actually the same weekend as BravoCon, so I couldn't moderate this year.
Oh, bummer.
But I've edited a bunch of them, and
That's got to be so fun.
Yeah.
What's the genesis of Actors on Actors? Like, do you know who came up with it? Such a compelling idea. For those of you who don't know, if you're living under a rock, you have kind of iconic actors who are in relevant or prevalent films throughout the year will interview each other.
Yeah.
And usually you guys do a really good job of like actors who have maybe worked on various projects together in the past from way back. We'll do like a callback. It's always a lot of fun to
Yeah.
watch those interviews.
Ramin Satuda, who is my friend and my boss and the co-editor-in-chief of Variety, is the mastermind of Actors on Actors. He puts together all the pairings. He works on it for months. He made it. It's now on CNN, and will be streaming on CNN also. He forged that deal himself. He crossed over into a business role, and I mean, wait until you see the Jennifer Lawrence Leo conversation.
oh, yeah.
I
just saw a clip.
I only have heard of it, but
haven't seen it yet either?
No, I haven't seen it. But I mean, she can obviously talk to anyone and is incredible and huge Bravo fan, but which I don't think Leo is, but she apparently just ran that conversation, and it was super
When did
fun.
that one come out?
It's the last one, like the 17th.
I just saw a clip of the Gwyneth Paltrow, Jacob Elordi one.
Mhm.
Where
Oh, yeah.
she was like, my daughter loves you. I'm sure I'll love you by the end of this. And he was like, it's always my mom loves you or my daughter loves you. It's never I love you. And she's like, I love you, Jacob. I'm in love with you. So wholesome.
No,
so
they're
cute.
really they're so fun, and they're really usually very fun to moderate. And people do it because they like it and they want to meet the person, and we give them a lot of choice.
I'm sure they also feel very safe.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and also like, we send suggested questions, and we're there to kind of interrupt if there's a lull, or a lot of times people won't say a director's last name or whatever. And so we're like, can you just repeat that with their name? We did Jennifer Aniston and Quinta Brunson 2 Emmy cycles ago. And there's actually a clip where you can hear my voice. And I did not realize what this went viral, and I didn't realize what it was going to prompt in Jennifer Aniston, but it was the 30th anniversary of Friends, and obviously Matthew Perry had died 6 months before or whatever. And so I said, we were winding down, and I said, Quinta, can you just ask Jen, I call her Jen, but no, she's Jen, but what it's like, to watch Friends now 30 years later. And Jennifer Aniston immediately started crying and became like overcome. And Quinta was just lovely. I mean, she just handled it so well. We had to stop for quite a while. Like, you see, we actually broke the fourth wall. We paused and Quinta was like, "Do you not want to answer?" And she was like, "No, I can do it." But it was really.
You made Jennifer Aniston cry.
That's what people online said. Yeah, and also people think that there's no moderation, and they're like so annoyed. And I'm like, do you think these people can actually ask each other questions? I mean, sometimes people really do come with their own questions, but
also questions that like you said, sometimes they say directors' names on a first name basis, where audience would be like, who is that?
Yes.
Like they talk in a way where they're just friends, and it's like the audience would need a little bit more insight.
Totally.
So.
And there's been an instance or two, and I won't name names, where the person has midway through been like, I actually didn't get to see your movie. And we're like, why did you say that? You were faking it so well. You're an actor. Act like you saw it, which you had been up until now. So we were like, oh, no.
You were doing so well.
Yeah. What has been your like favorite actors on actors, or just any of those kind of variety interviews?
Yeah.
You've done?
There have been so many with actors on actors. The one that I like was dying during, and I don't know whether you guys will get them, but I did the Kate Blanchett, Michelle Yeoh one. And that was incredible. And I barely had to interrupt. And, it was just like, usually people in the same category don't want to do it with one another. And they were directly competing for Best Actress, which Michelle Yeoh obviously won for Everything Everywhere All at Once. But Kate Blanchett was there for Tar, which I was obsessed with. And
so good.
And so I was like, we just never wanted it to stop. But the other one that we let go for an hour and a half, to the point where it used to be on PBS, and the PBS people were like, hey, was Ellen Pompeo and Katherine Heigl. And that was, it was Katherine Heigl like really went there, and then was in a huge panic afterwards that she'd said too much, and we had to talk her down. Her manager freaked out, like she was maybe not going to release the footage. We were you agreed to that.
She got too comfortable.
She did, and she was. I was taught. She doesn't even have a publicist anymore. So like I was out there, she was like crying, and I don't think she would mind if I said, but I was like, the world has changed. The world has caught up to you. You were right most of the time, and people now understand that. And I was like, it's going to be great, and then it was great. And, but it was her husband was the one who'd come with her. And so it was just great. And then her manager was like, you were right, when it came out. And
that's also so relatable too, of like getting comfortable and then leaving and being like, oh no. My God, what did I just say to
And
that
they obviously
person?
know each other so well. So like, I think she really panicked.
And, Katherine Heigl is someone who's like been caught up in controversy, and people have attacked her over the years.
For speaking her mind.
For speaking her mind. And that can really... Yeah, you get in situations where you feel like you can't say anything right, which was maybe Katherine Heigl's the answer, but I'm curious, is there any actor that you met where you were pleasantly surprised based, by your interactions that maybe were different than what maybe you've heard about them over the years? We just interviewed Hilaria Baldwin yesterday, which was fascinating.
Yeah.
And like she is someone who like the internet has a zillion opinions of her. And We had a great time. She
She's
seemed
lovely.
very lovely. Showed up by herself. So,
Down to
chill.
talk about anything.
Yeah.
you know, was just like, ask me anything. I was like, this
Wow.
is not the Hillary Baldwin
No.
I would have expected. I'm curious, like any of these actors where you're just like, oh, wow, that was
Yeah.
a really fun interaction.
I mean, I have two, and I'll keep it brief because I'm sure you don't want to talk about this forever, but like, I had really no opinions about Brett Goldstein. Like none. You know, I'm not a big Ted Lasso person, and he was just so, and I didn't moderate this one, but he was so warm. He went up to every single person and introduced himself. You know, he looked everyone straight in the eye. Like, I was like, I love Brett Goldstein. This is weird. And then the other one is Kieran Culkin, who was so sweet. And I don't know if you were Succession people, but but you know, I thought he was Roman Roy, you know, and he was so lovely, and he did it with Claire Danes, and I did moderate that one, and they had been in a movie together years ago called Igby Goes Down, and so she knew him when he was like a child. Like, I think he was a child in that movie, and she wasn't that much older, but I mean, they were just so wonderful together, and just he was so nice, and he talked about how this was when she was in Fleischman is in trouble, and he talked about how she'd made him cry so much, and you know, it was just really warm, and you know, you do see a lovely side of people, usually, for better and for worse sometimes. But
That's very great.
I feel like that, the same thing I feel like
You
happens for
yeah, I'm
us on
sure,
the show,
yes.
you know, is like we have all these reality TV stars or even celebrities, and it's like we have this opinion of them that we see on TV, and then you meet them and you're like, God, you're just charming and nice and a good person. And like we realize it's all editing or it's the internet like showing us the bad sides. And
I'm sure it happens the other way too.
What do you mean?
When you're like, oh, that person's
sometimes
he
we're
is
like,
a total asshole. No?
Tom Sandoval.
I thought he was fine.
It was when we interviewed Tom
did not
Sandoval,
like
it was
that.
very
Well,
much
that was-
like,
A personal disaster for him.
Yeah. That was just
yeah.
a real bad day for Tom.
Yeah.
Since, yeah.
Great day for us.
Great day for us.
We had him on again, and that was better.
Yeah. He wants to come back.
He does. He loves Nick. He loves Nick.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
You can do worse than Tom Sandoval.
Were you here the second time? that
I
he
was not.
Right.
No, I was not. He had dude me out a little one too many times. The first one.
Dude.
Dude, you don't.
Speaking of Succession, I'm curious, the whole like Netflix, Paramount,
Oh, yeah.
Warner Brother of it all. You're obviously very much in the industry. You guys cover the industry with Variety. It really is kind of giving like a real life Kendall Roy situation with the Paramount purchase. Before you say anything, just know we are part of the Netflix family. As
that's
hosts,
right.
As
That's
hosts
right.
of Age of Attraction coming out in 2026.
Yes.
So just be careful what you say.
Yeah.
But do you, in all seriousness, do you have thoughts or feelings? Because it really seems like a lot of dick measuring almost in a way of like, why are they doing this? And why, like what's going on? It's way above our kind of, expertise.
I don't have expertise necessarily, but I mean, it to me is just a disaster for Hollywood. Like, I mean, no matter who wins, as the Writers Guild issued a statement saying, like, this is about taking a major studio off the table. Like, Warner Brothers employs so many thousands of writers and actors, and it whatever happens, their output will get smaller. And I think that choice is between Netflix's promise that Warner Brothers movies will get theatrical releases of at least 2 weeks, but it's like, that's
2
nothing.
weeks?
That's nothing. And then Ted Sarandos said, but things will evolve to be more consumer friendly, which to them means watching it at home. And it's like when you think about Barbie, when you think about other Warner Brothers movies I saw One Battle After Another in a theater, and it was like like I was like, I'm alive, like I love watching things at home. I watch so much at home, obviously everyone does, but like I don't feel that way in my living room,
Right.
like and it's obviously very convenient, but so the question is, does the theatrical business go away, which eventually I guess it will, which also takes a lot of money off the table because Barbie made $1 billion, and we've yet to see a streaming movie that's made $1 billion.
How do they even quantify that?
with streaming.
Yeah.
No one knows. No one understands. I mean, they know that, like, you know, there have been some of those, like that Sean Levy movie, Adam Project, or, you know, like some of the most successful Netflix movies that never played in theaters. They know very much, like, and this, they base it on how many subscribers signed up specifically to watch
Like
that.
that was
and
the first thing
Yeah.
they watched after they signed up.
Exactly. And so, and then with Paramount, it's like, okay, do we want Paramount the way it seems to be shaping up, controlling CNN? Like, that scares me too, you know? So, and he seems to want it specifically maybe for CNN more than anything, which is like, it just feels sinister. I don't know. It's not good. This is going to play out over a very long time, and I have no idea what's going to happen. Honestly, none. And it seemed like Warner Brothers chose Netflix to be their partner when they went into exclusive negotiations with them last week, but we have no idea. We have no idea what's going to happen.
So that deal isn't even closed yet.
No, it wasn't.
no.
I don't think it's set to be closed. It's like almost like takes over.
Well,
it takes this period of time, but in the middle.
There's like, I don't know a ton about this, but Paramount launched a hostile bid, and then it's like going directly to the shareholders, and then it's like that has to play out too. Like, how high will they go? If it's a better deal, will they ultimately vote to do it? Will Netflix counter? I mean, this is that.
But it
part.
also seems unclear because it's not an apples to apples bid, because like Paramount wants to buy the whole thing,
Yes,
and then Netflix
exactly.
only wants to buy
The
like
studio,
the studio / streaming, you know, the HBO Max of it all, the studio, and they don't want the legacy.
They want Warner Brothers movie studio, Warner Brothers television studio, and the HBO. And none of the other cable networks, which is understandable, you know.
Like Netflix could own the Bachelor franchise.
That's right.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I
they
hadn't
could
thought of it.
They could get rid of it. They could keep it going. They could, I don't know. They kind of
Turn it into like Netflix talent only. Like I said, Jess Vestal would be a great bachelorette.
it'd be fascinating. Did you get into that? Are you have any opinions about Taylor Frankie Paul being the next Bachelorette?
I'm so excited. I mean, that's the best decision. You are of that franchise, obviously, but even the Golden Bachelor didn't work this cycle, and
They ruined that. They had a good thing going.
You think it was just him and casting, or?
Yeah, I don't think that helped. I think they keep swinging and missing with the people they're selecting to like run these shows. They've obviously had that internal mess, and I don't think they've really recovered yet. You know, I hear a lot of gossip with people who used to work.
Pass it on, man.
And it's just a lot of like, I think they just keep picking the wrong people. It's my understanding that the person they picked to show run the most recent Golden Bachelor, I was told that, you know, when they hired this person, they were like, this person's really, they could do the show, but like this person will only produce the show. And I don't think they fully can grasp like just how much that goes into the show. And then he proceeds to go and do a podcast and do an interview that kind of completely torpedoed his entire brand. I was shocked that they didn't fire him. I mean, this came out months before they were set to film. I've always said their greatest strengths, at least their greatest strength used to be when they produced their shows, their ability to move fast and adjust. You know, like things happen, they're like, fuck it, we need to completely change course. They're really good at that, and the fact that they didn't do that shocked me, because he was just some guy. We didn't know about him before. Yeah, we knew about him for like a month at that point. No one was really invested in him, and so all we really knew about him was that he, you know, his ex-wife was in her 40s, and he only dated women of a certain age, and it was like, that's not this show. Yeah. You know, and the fact that they just kind of muscled through that, it seemed to be a big mistake. And then that was what the whole season, you know, and I think everyone was just so turned off by it. Not to mention simultaneously, your first Golden Bachelor was, you know, turned out to be not so great and is kind of getting all this negative press. Yeah. And then people were just like, you know what? This is just as bullshit as the other one.
I mean, I'm sure you heard this too, but that they were actively casting for The Bachelor. And then Rob Mills, the head of Disney Reality, was like, we gotta reverse course and just cast Taylor Frankie Paul. Like, and this is a dying franchise, and this is, and the way they're using Secret Lives of Mormon Wives to like feed into aging ABC reality shows is so incredibly smart. It's so smart.
Yeah, well, I think it's the only thing that could save it, but it works because how are they going to? What were they going to do? Find some random bachelor? That's not a recipe that's worked for them over the past few years.
Yeah,
and they hadn't done a good job of kind of farming talent as they were in previous years. So and then they had Taylor Frankie Paul just kind of sitting there, recently single. Being a big fan of the franchise, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, they were in Las Vegas the weekend that we
During
were at
BravoCon. Literally across the street.
Yeah.
It was kind of fascinating. Well, let's talk a little Bravo. Jen Shah,
oh my God,
is now out
at BravoCon. I did this in the cycle before too. I interviewed Frances Berwick, who's the head of Bravo and Peacock, who has been at Bravo for 30 years. I mean, she's been there for its whole rise, and she runs the network. She's this lovely English woman, like so soothing when she talks. And so I asked her everything. And, one of the things I talked to her about was, what's forgivable within the Bravo universe, because Karen Huger was at BravoCon. She, was released from prison in September after her 4th DUI, and got a standing ovation at one of the Andy nighttime events. And, they showed the mid-season trailer for The Real Housewives of Potomac and showed that Andy Cohen was sitting down with her, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's on the next season. So, I was curious because, and
it's a good question.
She said, I think that the fans sense, though they haven't heard it from her yet, that Karen, it has taken this moment to really take stock, change. This is a pivotal moment in her life, and she knows that she did wrong, and she's taken that accountability word. And this is like the beginning of a new chapter for her. And so then I asked her about other people, and because she talked about what's forgivable and what's not. And I said, is Jen Shah not forgivable? And she said to me, yes. And obviously that's what Andy Cohen has said too. And I'd asked Heather Gay the day before, and Heather Gay said, well, I think Andy Cohen answered that for all of us. Thank God. Jen Shah, look, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City needs nothing.
Nothing.
It's like a perfect show.
Yeah.
It is firing on all cylinders in a way that I can't even think of shows that have been on a run like this. Like scripted shows have been, but, for unscripted, like this is like really something. They don't need to bring back this toxic presence who it seems committed violence against one of the cast. I mean, we'll never know that story, unfortunately, but it seems like she and her husband are still together. I'm happy for her that she's home before Christmas, like all of those things. But what she did was so wrong. And it's just like one of those things where it's like, whoa, I didn't even know that crime existed.
Another person who was at BravoCon was Wendy,
right?
Who was recently arrested. What's your sense on where Bravo stands with her? I mean, it seems to be, she's at BravoCon, so it must have been still fairly, in their good graces.
I think they just don't know what to do. I mean, I can't.
I was going to say, is it like a innocent until proven guilty type of situation?
I think they can't. It's the rare person who Bravo will commit to saying, like with Teresa Giudice, they were like, we're going to continue to follow her story. And they said that from the beginning. But with Wendy, I know they were completely shocked. Like that was like so shocking. And it's so strange to watch this season of The Real Housewives of Potomac because
she's so lovely.
She's amazing.
She's having a great season.
Yeah.
Great season. Her best season. Her and Eddie like redoing their house. I'm like, save your pennies, but I mean, it just seems like I don't know what's going to happen. And that case just is so confusing to me. I don't understand how they got themselves into that situation, and innocent until proven guilty, of course. But like the allegations are so nuts,
Yeah. Well, speaking of, should we get into Little Potomac?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do it. We have a rapid recap for those of you who missed the most recent episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Giselle is going electric, not in the Bob Dylan way, more in the Greta Thunberg way, although it is easy to confuse the two. She's also going to try and be nicer to Stacey, which is good because Stacey is getting sick and tired of the girls not supporting her cannabis line, except for Wendy because that's a conflict of interest, because she literally can't help but be successful. Tia revealed that growing up, she lived next door to Boy George, therefore rightfully replacing PK, and James Kennedy as the Bravo star with the deepest ties to 80s British new wave. She also wants to be nicer to Stacey. Ashley Darby is sick of playing video games with her boo thing, so she breaks up with him on camera. Giselle and Monique reconnect. They agree that they trash each other as long as they talk about it. At Stacey's weed launch, Timu is not there because he's traveling. Ashley wants Stacey to stop being a lying ass hoe. Stacey says she will when Ashley stops hazing her. TBD on that. Tia pops off on Stacey in a very American fashion, so Stacey tells her toodle-doo, be gone, and kicks her out of the event. R.I.P. to that friendship. And that is what you
I think
missed.
Toodle-doo was my favorite part of the episode.
Toodle-doo was
Toodle-doo
great.
I need to say that more.
Toodle-doo was awesome.
Why are they so mean?
They're
Stacey.
so mean to
Stacey.
Stacey.
I love Stacey.
Yeah,
So do I.
she's the best.
She does lie.
She lies.
She does lie.
God forbid.
We can all love Stacey from afar.
Yeah.
We don't have to deal with her being a liar. And I bet it's just shocking to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so confusing. She's an incredible find.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that she's on the show. Wendy is actually playing it perfectly because she knows Stacey's a liar, but she's just like, I see her appeal. I bet the fans like her, and I'm not gonna be what like Ashley and Giselle and are doing, like going after her. Just
And what's her biggest lie? I feel like, would it be fair to, like, if you were to defend Stacey, just be like, she's new, she kind of immersed herself in this group. They didn't seem very welcoming from the beginning.
No.
And maybe she just kind of, got caught up in like these, what she called like lies by omission, or just kind of feeling like maybe these women, why do they need to know my business? And then kind of like felt the need to, fib or just not be forthright with these women who didn't seem to be all that inclusive or accepting of her. That's kind of how it comes across to me, but maybe I'm just like, I like Stacey.
well, yeah, I like Stacey. I don't know what her biggest lie is. I don't think we do know.
Yeah.
It might be the cannabis line, that she fully had it going already when at the reunion they were like, we've heard you have a cannabis line too. And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, obviously it was in the works.
You can't just
so
do
here's
this.
an example of like, is that a lie, or is she just not ready to talk about her cannabis line?
Why would she name it a Nigerian word?
Yeah.
Because she loves the culture.
She does.
But isn't Wendy's Nigerian, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's like
So's Eddie.
yeah, it's like what?
It means like happy whatever in Nigerian. It's
Yeah.
the weirdest thing.
And then for her to be like, I'm the first Black woman in the state of Virginia to own a cannabis line, and it's
And
like,
while her cast member,
I mean, I
Right.
guess Wendy's isn't the
He's
owner,
in Maryland, I guess.
but
Yeah.
I bet he's in Maryland.
Yeah.
And she was very
Oh.
specific about that.
yeah, Virginia. It's like
Virginia. I feel like what's so great about Stacey is she does truly, and why you can't get mad at her about anything she ever does, is because she exists on a different plane of reality than most.
Absolutely.
And she is gorgeous and amazing and should stay there. The way she sells things on QVC is the way she walks through life,
Yes.
which is just it's like you can't.
She's like, I'm just
she's
going to
not-
tell you what you need to know.
She's not lying. Has she ever lied? That's my question. Or is she just selling?
no, we watched her. I mean, the thing about this show is everything's recorded. Like we're watching her live.
I don't know
The
if she's
phone
actually
call
ever
where
lied.
the Timu's traveling, and then she's on the call being like,
He got back
We're
today."
uncomfortable
Yeah.
of
Right.
going. No, he traveled back today. It's like just what? Like,
She needs to take a Meredith Marks law course, and then she'll be good.
also having Wendy in the Happy Eddie pop up, and she's like, I don't know my PIN. I always use credit. It was like, stop talking. Don't.
Well, I only use my credit card. I do know my PIN, my debit PIN. But yes,
I
it does.
guess.
It is feeling a little incriminating. Are you ever? I mean, maybe it's because I know how these shows are made a little bit. And for example, like Ashley breaking up with her boyfriend on camera. I'm always fascinated by like, is this a real moment? Did you or did you get him to agree to do this? Like, are you really getting him to show up at what
No,
it
she's
seems
like,
like a
let's
Dave and
go
Buster's.
on a date, knowing good and well she is going to break up with him and he will have no idea.
In the setting that really sold why she was breaking up with him
Okay.
too. Like they're playing a driving game.
Took you to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And she's
Yeah.
like, we don't do any trips together. He's like, Pittsburgh.
But didn't you get the sense that they'd broken up like 15 times
Oh,
before? And this
totally.
is just like, I don't know if they're actually broken up. Like this, it seemed to me like it was a Tuesday and therefore they had this conversation. I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe. But then
we might not see him again, but
Yeah.
that
and
doesn't
then her
mean
sister's
that
calling him ugly.
But also, like, Ashley's previous husband was no, like, dime a dozen, you know? So,
Well-
I'm just fascinated how like the acquaintances get roped into
I know.
doing some of
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah. Do you think he knew he was going to get broken up
That's
with
what I
on
wanna know.
camera? Yeah.
I just wanted to be
They
like,
probably
hey.
broke up before, and then he
She was like, can I do this for the storyline? We can
Yeah.
go to an arcade or something.
He's like, your friends don't even watch.
But the most
general-
embarrassing part was the Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like him being broken up with was like the fifth most embarrassing thing that happened during that, when she was like grilling him like about her expectations and how he hasn't met them, and that was
And being
like
like,
the
why-
fact that she was just like, let's just call it.
And then they
Yeah.
did like a bachelor exit where he was like, can I walk you out?
yeah.
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 Like,
But he's like, why do we need to travel together?
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, to have fun?
But also him saying you don't know my finances, like it
Yeah.
was just terrible. Why did she do
It
that?
was, yeah, it was embarrassing.
I mean, by the way, I'm an Ashley defender, but like, you know, and I know everyone is hating her this season, but
Not
like,
this season.
I think she's just been the way she is the whole
I'm,
time.
I'm a
and-
fan.
I enjoy her. The moment she's so dramatic for nothing, and I really resonate with that.
her walking into that Stacy's party and being like, you
I'm
copied
here.
me with that dress.
Yeah.
I just wore that dress. It's like, these women.
But also,
Awesome.
they're like, no more lies.
Yeah.
That
like
wasn't a-
no more evil,
No more
no more
hazing.
hazing. Like that was like I was like I
An
need to
improv bit.
memorize. I
Yeah.
had to put on the because I couldn't quite hear Stacy. Like I knew that Ashley was just saying no more lies, and so I had to put on the closed captioning to be like, what are all the things Stacy's saying?
I feel like that has to become like a TikTok sound.
Oh yeah,
It does.
Oh, yeah,
It should.
for sure.
If God is good, it will.
Maybe we
God
should
is
just do it.
good.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We make our own destiny.
Well,
Yeah.
we also have the women of Salt Lake City on another trip. They're
They're
not
traveling.
staying in Salt Lake City.
I'm scared this means that we're very close to the finale
I
because I think it
know.
ends on a
Well,
trip.
they
I
just
think I heard
recorded
that.
the reunion.
yeah.
Which, to your point, I was like, man, the camping trip seems so long ago,
So
and yet I
long.
feel like we just started the season.
Yeah, it didn't
When
even
they
feel
said
like this
3
season.
months ago, I was like, this hurts.
No, I know. I was like, oh my god.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It really does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they are in Greece, and we have a rapid recap. Angie is planning on recreating Mamma Mia with the girls, taking them to Greece for an adventure. Lisa hopes after this trip, she'll never have to hear about Greece again. Heather wants to smoke a Greek cigarette, which is the exact same thing as an American cigarette. It just wants you to make sure you know it's Greek.
Like Angie herself.
Like Angie herself. Lisa was mad that Angie had a Cartier watch because it made her feel less special. So Heather and Whitney bought their own at duty free in the airport. Mary thinks these are grandma watches and it's not a big deal. Heather is still mad at Big Mare because of the plane incident. Mary makes the astute observation that people with square-shaped faces are dingbats. Bronwyn pulls an Uno reverse on the girls and says, I never wanted an open marriage and there is no drama at my house. Ignore that I took my wedding ring off. That has nothing to do with anything. Meredith stands up for Bronwyn by saying, these girls suck and will keep asking you about it, by the way, but I would never do that because I support you. Meredith is so sweet like that. Lisa comes late to dinner because her glam runs long. Angie cannot believe glam is more important to her than taking in the Grecian ambiance. But alas, this girl needs her nose powdered. Mary tries to get Meredith and Heather to talk about their issues, so Meredith buys her an evil eye necklace as a peace offering. Meredith also, however, doesn't want to talk about their issues as a group, but they still do. Heather feels like Meredith is selective about what she is outraged for. Meredith then takes a very long, pregnant pause to say, I don't agree with you. Lisa and Heather then actually have a genuine moment, and Whitney then brings it back to the plane. The big bad. Meredith says everyone at this table has done things probably much worse than bully someone on a plane, and then she leaves. She just gets up and leaves. Heather feels like she was reminded she's not important. They are really, really leaning into the plane still.
I'm leaning into the plane.
You are.
I am.
Found myself siding with Lisa this episode,
Me as well.
Yeah.
which is not.
Yeah.
But
it's rare
did you
for me.
not feel complete outrage when they showed them on the plane flying to Greece? Like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cameras
Oh,
here. Look
no,
at that.
also,
So we can film
What
on
was
planes.
that? Was that a private jet? or
The seats
they were
turning
just-
around
no,
backwards.
like that was not a commercial flight. I've not one I've ever been on.
I think they might have just been in some
Like
first
fancy
class
airline.
thing that goes to Europe.
Whatever they can film
like
in
the
the
I'm
pods.
surprised they didn't get any like signage out of it.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
after the first plane ride that they didn't film, they're probably not going to make that
Yeah,
mistake
they were probably
again.
like, whatever it costs, whatever plane will let our crew
We'll do it.
film on it,
We'll do
We
it.
will do it.
Mm.
So at BravoCon, I asked Heather. I said, the plane episode had just aired the week before, and so I was like, "This is our Watergate.
Mhm.
What happened on the plane? Like what, you know?" And then I said, "Why didn't anyone whip out their phone, record?" Brittany
Well, they
felt
would've-
free to record anything,
Yeah.
like some nothing last year. Why didn't she hit voice note? And Heather, I mean, I almost want you guys to look at the story, but she did not deny that there's a recording of what happened on the plane.
Oh,
Mm.
maybe they're also scarred
Oh.
from the
Maybe.
reaction to Brittany recording
Yeah.
their
Maybe.
conversation that they're
She was-
like, I will not come forward with a,
A reunion
recording.
play.
And it was Meredith who got the most
Yeah.
mad
Oh,
about
do you think
that.
there's a reunion?
Maybe
She
it's
was
like we do have footage.
But the reunion, this was, when I talked to her, it was way before the reunion. Like, but she was just like, I don't know that there's not a recording of it. And I was like, is there a recording of it?
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's
and
so
I
Heather
don't know
gay.
that there. Yeah, I know. And then I was like, can you just not talk about? And she was like, this is going to play out for the entire rest of the season.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Okay.
So I knew it was coming. So like last night when Whitney said that, I was like, but by the way, I'm completely obsessed with the plane. You know, like
Yeah.
what? I mean, and by the way, like, is there anyone who doesn't think that Meredith did exactly what they said? And she
No.
and it would have gone
Yeah.
away if she had just apologized.
It's because
Yeah.
we had Lisa Barlow that day getting in the car with John, eating Burger King, being like, the
That was
craziest shit happened on the
crazy.
airplane.
Yeah.
Meredith went batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like we have that. We know that
Her
that's
closest
her
person.
closest
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
So
But it's just more like she's not going to talk about it on camera. That's the thing. It's like she's just kind of
Yeah.
decided,
Mhm.
I'm not, like Meredith Marks, the lawyer, I'm just not going to admit to this on camera.
When they were grilling her
Yeah.
about Crazy Rich Asians.
That was,
oh my God,
I don't
was
know the
so
ending of it.
funny.
Wait, what did she say
Who
last
remembers?
episode?
I fell asleep. I don't remember how.
no, but
what
last
he
night
said.
after like Heather kind of once again kind of relitigated the
Oh,
whole
she
thing.
just went, I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree with
So
you.
powerful.
So calm.
So calm. So powerful. People are saying that Meredith needs to be benched after this season. Are you kidding me?
Are you
They said it
kidding
last
me?
season.
Are you kidding me? This cast is perfect.
Yeah.
This
Perfect.
cast is
Nobody
perfect.
should be benched. Nobody should be added. This is
Yeah.
it.
why was Brittany the only one off of that 2-day long travel day? Everyone's in sweats, no makeup. Brittany, dress
She's
heels.
the only one who knows how to dress for vacation.
I was like, did she change? Did she not get the memo of like, hey, this is a 2-day long travel day. Get cozy. Or like what how was she the only one in like hair and makeup, dress, heels?
Well, she loves to film a TikTok in an airport. So she has
She's
to
always
be
ready to
She's
go.
always working. It's true.
Did anyone else get like chills when they saw Heather Gay in a yellow dress on a beach? Or was that just me remembering the
Oh,
season four
I thought
finale?
she chose that
Yeah.
completely deliberately.
Uh-huh.
Purpose, yeah.
Completely, you know,
Yeah.
like whatever you can do to remind the people.
What do you think of Lisa's glam?
And then wearing sunglasses.
And then wearing sunglasses. Yeah.
But I feel after we saw the nervous breakdown that Lisa had in Palm Springs about the
Right.
glam,
Mhm.
I feel sad. Like I feel, and I don't know why they're surprised at this point.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
and everything Angie said is valid, but it's like this is what she needs. This is how she lives her life.
Also, like we saw her at that table after the 2-day travel day when they're all eating, talking about the Cartier watch. She's not wearing any makeup. She looks just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's not like some deep ogre under there.
I do think that everyone was picking on Lisa a little too much this
Yeah,
episode. I feel
were.
like
I
Heather
agree.
didn't need to instigate the whole Cartier watch. Like she was just
then
minding her own business.
She kept poking though with like the Prada
Yeah.
shoes. Guess I'll get those next.
Yes,
it's like
they kept, and
she
then they kept
poking.
it going into the next dinner, and then it was all about her glam, and it's like just let the girl get glam.
I think the thing with what's really nice though about what's happening with like the kind of feuds that Lisa is in right now is like they're fun and light, and it doesn't like her and Angie feuding. Like Lisa is actually like taking it for
Yeah.
once. Like she's kind of into the. I think she's like figuring out how to be playful in an argument.
Well, she had
which
nothing to say to the 5 BMWs.
Exactly. It's just like the whole like
Porsches.
horse.
Sorry.
I have the
You
first
do.
color in the state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I have 5 of them.
Well, I have 5 of them. It's just like, yeah, keep
I'm
going.
on my 4th.
Keep
I
going.
want to defend
Yeah.
Lisa here. I don't do it very often, rarely, if ever. But I was thinking about the glam, and then I was thinking, wait, like, you know, they made such a big deal about like she can't go on these trips without glam, which on the surface to like the people watching and us, it does feel insane. Like you have to bring a whole glam team on vacation, but Lisa's not thinking of it that way. She's like, no, I'm bringing my glam team to do my show.
Yeah.
You know, like an actor
Exactly.
would bring their glam team to be in the set of a movie. It's like no different for Lisa.
Well, I think clearly these women are frustrated that it's
She was
becoming
late.
an inconvenience to them. She's she's missing out on things. She's 2 hours late,
It's
2 to
also
3
just
hours
something
late.
to bring up to
Fine.
throw in her
It's
face.
something
Yeah.
that
Because
they
they
can
were all
like.
talking about their cosmetic procedures. Like Angie
Yeah.
opened the show talking about the eye thing that
Yeah.
she did, and then Heather was like, "I'm pro everything."
Well, she's a
fillers."
beauty lab. She's like, everyone
Yeah.
come to beauty
that
lab.
bustle story.
But
yeah.
like, you know, why can't Lisa just do the glam thing?
Wait, what bustle story?
Oh, my friend Louis Staples.
Wait, this was iconic.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Louis. Bustle is trying to do. I think it's one in a series. People being transparent about the work they've had done, and he interviewed Heather, and she said, I think $200,000.
It was definitely six
enumerating
figures. Yeah.
every single
More, yeah.
thing, and
wow.
and it, especially because she owns a beauty whatever, like that's a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But she detailed everything and said that, you know, she recommends it for everyone. But the other thing about Lisa is, as she said in this episode, she gets that glam done every day
Yeah.
Yeah.
at her house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How much do you think she spends?
I'm actually
She has
surprised
more money than
Bravo-
everyone, so.
I'm actually surprised Bravo isn't like supplying some sort of like.
It's kind
hair
of
and
part of
makeup.
the ecosystem,
Yeah.
though, of like,
That they have to pay for
it's
it.
part of
Yeah,
like
it's
what
interesting,
makes
though.
it's and if you think about how like I don't know, I started watching Desperate Housewives kind of recently, and if you think about the way that like Desperate Housewives is kind of what inspired the Real
The Real
Housewives
Housewives,
franchise, it's like there does need to be like you have to like want it. There has to be like this desperation in it to like make you perform at that level, which is like what Salt Lake and Salt Lake's like, you know, it's like MASH, Salt Lake, Mad Men of like best shows ever created on television. And it's that desperation that Lisa Barlow has to need to get glam every single day that makes her show up and do the goddamn work.
What these women can do, though, that very few casts can do, is they can have the most vicious fights and then wake up the next morning and be like,
forward.
hey,
Which
you know,
is
I would
lovely.
be flattened
Yeah.
by any
Oh,
tiny
I mean,
thing.
they get up from
Totally.
dinner, and
But
they're-
it's such a breath of fresh air though to not have a fight something so small last the entire season. Obviously we're watching
know
this
what
plane
their job
thing
is.
go on,
Yeah.
but like we have so many others mixed in that it's so I feel like in Beverly Hills it's like the same small thing
Yeah.
for 7 episodes and
Mhm.
it's like you got to
they're
get over it.
unmatched. This show is
It's
unmatched.
so
Before
good.
we wrap with Salt Lake City, I thought the women made some very valid points towards Brawin.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
No, that was very strange.
And it's like
I love her, but that
We-
was so weird.
Yeah.
I love Brawin.
yeah.
Love. And I've said this the past couple episodes talking about it, but I'm just a little confused. It's just like, is Todd off limits? Is he not off limits? Do you want to like use your marriage as a storyline or not? Like, don't take your wedding ring off on camera if you don't want it to be a storyline. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Respect it even. But it's like, it's a little bit of which one is it?
It was weird how last episode it was like, you're not wearing your ring. And she's like, yeah, I took it off. This is what's going on. And
staying
then
at a
now this
hotel.
episode,
Yeah.
it's like, she's like, I'm not wearing my ring now. I wear different jewelry all the time. I don't wear my ring a lot of the time. So it's like, okay, so
I guess.
did you take it off purposefully or were you just like not wearing it? Like,
And when asked about being in an open relationship, why are you saying like he's happy, it's fine? Like is she deliberately
But-
kind of acting like she wants to be in an open relationship? It's hard to
Well,
tell.
that conversation between her and Whitney, I'm sure you guys have talked about, but that was like one of the most interesting things I've ever seen
Yeah.
on TV, like in terms of reality. Like, I've never seen two married people have that kind of conversation.
Mhm.
And I don't understand. I mean, I love her and I think that she's a great housewife and I'm rooting for her in whatever she wants to do, whether that's stay with Todd or not be with Todd, especially since they don't have a prenup, as Heather kept bringing up last season. But does she not remember what she filmed? Like, I
Yeah.
don't really get it.
Yeah.
Like, does she go into kind of panic mode and try to bring it back once she and Todd are getting along together? Like, it makes me
Right, that's
worried for
interesting.
her,
Well, that's
actually.
my theory
Yeah.
has been that Browyn came in, got asked to be a housewife, and it was like, this is something fun. I have some time. I have some free time. We're rich, whatever. Like, let's do it. Todd was like, if you really want to, sure, I support you. And she didn't need it. She was this
Right.
was something fun to do, and then got immersed into this world, acknowledged that she very much cares what people think, and she's just kind of sucked into this world, and she's kind of season 1, she was just kind of filming, and now she's reading the
Yeah.
clips. She's responding to fans. She's receiving notes from the audience, and she's just not sure what she wants to do. And it's like some days she really wants to be a housewife and give the people what they want, and then other days she's like, I got my family to protect, and these are my boundaries. And it kind of it's like she needs it now. It's like she likes the feeling of being a housewife, and she's getting caught up in it. Is kind
In
of my theory.
Bronwyn's defense, Heather being like, "Are you happy?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're happy?"
Right.
It's a very
There's
loaded
like
question.
there's no like
Hard not to be
way
defensive.
to answer that without she's like, I'm super happy. Yeah, I'm super in love. I'm
How you
super.
doing?
I'm great.
Exactly.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
You know?
that's a trick question.
It did kind of remind me of that Euphoria thing where it's Sydney Sweeney being like, I've never been happier.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Vanderpump. I'm new to. I'm Natalie's just like, I don't even know if I care.
Mm-hmm. I don't think
What are your
anyone knows if they
thoughts?
care yet. I like it.
You do.
It's just I have been letting go
Yeah.
of everything. And obviously season 11 of Vanderpump Rules was not a pleasant watch. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm just trying to think this is an entirely new show. I like some of them and think it has potential, but I'm also just like, just the way I watch Southern Hospitality, like,
Totally.
No, what I don't know, and what I hope, and I mentioned this last episode, is that I hope this cast actually has talent in the things they want to pursue.
mm-hmm.
Because I think when Vanderpump originally started,
Yeah.
it's about these kids who want to, chase the Hollywood dream at a time where like if you became a reality TV star, you kind of cemented yourself as a reality TV star. And even though you were like on a show talking about trying to make it in Hollywood,
Yeah.
you were almost kind of like ruining your chances by going on the show. But
Mhm.
fast forward to 2025, creators, influencers, reality TV stars are able to cross over a little bit more, are getting opportunities,
Yeah.
actually have more influencing variety. You guys were the first to like acknowledge like how reality TV stars, the 40 most powerful women in reality TV, that these aren't just like, these aren't people we're here to just make fun of
Yeah.
because we watch the show. Like these are really real celebrities. So I almost want to see this cast have a chance at doing something. And I
Yeah.
hope they actually have some talents that, where they will really fight over someone getting a real opportunity versus others not. And I think that could be really interesting.
Yeah. One thing that I've noticed, and I don't know what you guys think about this, but like the people who've actually worked at SUR for a couple of years, to me, are the more interesting, compelling
Yeah.
people, as opposed to the people who seem to have been cast, like the
Right.
cousins.
Right.
Like, I don't know if I care about. This is 2 episodes in. I have no idea what I'm going to think about these people in a month. But I feel like the people who've worked at SUR since. Why do they keep doing the Polaroids with the dates on them? 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
a
Interesting
year or
editing
2
choice.
ago. Why?
Yeah.
What is this? Is this supposed to be ancient Polaroids? It's just strange to show these long-lasting relationships. 2024.
They've been together for 8 months.
They've been
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's been a year.
But I don't know. And I talked to Alex Baskin, who's who's the executive producer of Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives of Orange County and Beverly Hills. He's someone I talk to frequently, and I feel like he is just like, it's really good. Like, and it takes a minute to gel, of course. And
But he's really happy with it.
yeah, he's happy with it. And I think it's interesting because it's interesting to see Lisa Vanderpump be on it so much, because obviously in the later years of Vanderpump Rules, they were so far away from her in the restaurant. But it's just also interesting watching the evolution generationally of how much these people give a fuck what Lisa Vanderpump has to say to them, you know? I mean, like they were worshiping at her feet, except for Dodie. But you know, I mean, I think that these people are taking Lisa less seriously. And I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious what people will, and I'm curious what the ratings are. I haven't looked at them.
It is kind of interesting with like the whole Lisa thing because I feel watching the beginning of the original Vanderpump cast, there is an authenticity to the way Lisa is interacting with everyone there, regardless if that was real or not. Or at least as a viewer, you kind of buy into it. But now because it's like, we've seen this, we understand how the show works. We've seen her almost fire James Kennedy and Jax Taylor 80 times and not do it. And so to watch her kind of manage this staff feels a lot more performative now too.
Yeah, we're episode 2 and we're having a fake firing.
Yeah.
Well, it's also interesting acknowledging how hard, you know, the Los Angeles restaurant world is under such pressure.
Yeah.
You know, huge restaurants that have been open for decades are closing left and right. And for her to say, like, you know, Sir is not doing as well as it used to. Like, that's like real, you know?
We drove past Sir yesterday, taking River to the pediatrician, and Pump is still. I'm surprised that Pump is
I thought
still
Pump closed.
What is it?
the nightclub,
yeah.
right?
It was
Where
the
they
gay
like
bar.
Yeah.
But Pump moved over to where Tom Tom's was.
Where's Tom Tom's?
So
Tom Tom
I
is
think
there.
I mean,
They're all in West
Tom
Hollywood.
Tom,
Yeah.
I think, actually might
Tom
do
Tom's
well.
is fine.
Tom Tom's and Pump are the same thing now. It's the
Right,
same
yeah.
building, so I think it's a matter of they're discussing whether it's taking over Tom Tom's.
So they're just
or
not
what.
taking down the Pump signage. They're, I
They
guess,
moved
keeping
the
that
Pump
for
signage to Tom Tom.
Yeah, yeah. The original, so the original location no longer has any signage of Pump. Like it was further down the street.
Oh,
So I feel like
Yeah.
Schwartz said something about how he had no say over that. Or
I think so
one
too,
of them
yeah.
said that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
How do you feel about Lala and Schwartz being on the Valley this upcoming season?
I don't know. Let's see. I mean, that show just needs to lighten up, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was like fascinating and how dark it was so compelling to me, but I totally understood why people were saying, you know, I can't watch it. Like, this is upsetting me. And I was like, this is just this is the darkest drama on TV, you know?
Is this a question for Alex? Because obviously with Vanderpump in the Valley, he's involved with, and Bravo's had a lot of this criticism centered around the men they cast.
Yeah.
But why, I get it. Cast the douchebags. It's compelling. It's fun. It's messy. But why not try to find one of the, the relationship guy, the good guy, the guy who can stand up to some of
Like
the
Danny
other.
Boco, who they still figured out a way to.
Yeah, but they trash Danny. You know,
Right.
it's just why don't they shed more of a get a little more of comparison and
They have
showcase
Luke.
True. But they don't really showcase him being
Yeah, that's
like a
true.
good...
Because he's not.
Because he's not that interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess. Love you. I love you, Luke. You seem so nice.
It would be. I think it would be interesting seeing a guy. Why does it always have to be the women who are calling out the men? Why can't it be a guy who is that's not how you do it? Why are you throwing water on her face? You know, why are you throwing a drink on her face? You know, why? I don't know. I think it would be kind of nice to see.
I can't imagine if we'll get a drink throw on women this season of Vanderpump Rules. I feel like
Who's to
it's a
say?
cancelable
different
offense.
time,
and then-
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
At this
Yeah.
point, you also they've all seen the show, right? Like they had to have all seen it, and they saw the backlash. I feel like they learn their lessons and they take their notes of what is good TV versus what's gonna follow them for the rest of their life.
Be an interesting question for Natalie of did you do your homework of
Yeah.
watching?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah. I feel like you do that, though, until you kind of get lost in the sauce. Because I feel like everyone on reality TV at a certain point, your brain warps and it becomes, you can't perform anymore because you become the performance.
Well, you think you're filming a TV show, and it just
Yeah.
takes one producer to be like, "Come on, it's just everyone knows it's a TV show. Let's just have some fun." They're like, "Ah, fuck it, that's all right," you know. And then
Right, like, do you think the producers specifically put, I forget her name, but the one whose birthday it was, and she was...
Audrey.
Oh,
Yeah,
they were like, do the
Audrey.
lap dance right there
They're like,
next
do
to
the
her
lap
crying,
dance
for
right
sure.
here, and then you cry to Natalie
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if they tell them to cry, but they are definitely creating scenes.
yeah.
Mhm.
But the placement of it was like, hey, this will be perfect.
Well, we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it is.
Kate, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. Where can everyone follow your work?
Just at Variety.
Okay.
Just at Variety.
I'm on all the social medias. My name, unfortunately spelled Kateaurthur, unusual. But yeah,
It's always fun to have you. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Come back soon.
will do.
Our favorite part of the holidays is spending time with our family, from baking cookies, decorating the house, and walking around the neighborhood. Everyone seems to be in the holiday spirit, and there's nothing that gets us in the spirit more than a Starbucks holiday beverage.
Now that we have River, I'm really trying to create memories and traditions that she will carry on throughout her life. And something that I'm really loving doing, we did it last year, and obviously we're going to do it again this year, but it's going to Starbucks, getting a holiday drink, and then driving through the neighborhoods and like looking at all the Christmas lights on all the houses and seeing all the houses decorated and like the blow ups in everyone's front yard and like sipping on our warm, hot
I look forward to that.
holiday drink. I
Also,
know.
back in my sales days when I worked from home, I'd always go to a Starbucks and work because I wanted to get out of the house. And definitely during the holiday season, I get my peppermint mocha. And you just kind of see people coming in like different. You kind of feel the holiday energy with people coming in during Christmas time. It was always just really enjoyable. And I really had to get out of the house when I was stuck at home working.
Well, the peppermint mocha is a Starbucks signature espresso combined with steamed milk, mocha sauce, and peppermint flavored syrup. Is topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. What more could you ask for? Delicious.
Yum.
It's honestly how I learned to drink coffee. This was my first
A
Starbucks
peppermint
drink ever.
mocha.
Yeah.
We used to, when I worked there, we would put ristretto shots in it. And we would like mod it a bit.
Well, it was a white
And-
chocolate mocha, and then during
Yeah.
the holiday season, I transferred over to the peppermint.
There's no better feeling than when the cups turn red at Starbucks.
I know.
That is so true. Another favorite of mine is the caramel brulee latte. That one is
Oh my God.
so good.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
The caramel brulee is Starbucks' signature espresso. It's topped with whipped cream and caramel brulee topping. Rediscover the little moments of joy that make the holidays brighter at Starbucks. Step into the warmth of the season with a visit to Starbucks, where every sip makes the holidays feel a little bit more special.
Well, don't forget, together is the best place to be. Connect over your holiday favorites at Starbucks. Remodeling homes can be exciting, we should know, but it also means dealing with older systems and appliances, which can be expensive to fix when they break down. That's why you should turn to American Home Shield. They can help protect major systems and appliances like your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and refrigerator, no matter their age. Enjoy peace of mind knowing your budget won't get drained by unexpected covered expenses. Visit ahs.com/viallfiles for 20% off any plan today and see promo details. That's ahs.com/viallfiles for 20% off. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including service fees, limitations, and exclusions.
Almost every American has some sort of relationship with soda from their childhood. Olipop is a new kind of soda that combines a classic soda taste with the benefits of a functional ingredient blend to support digestive health. Olipop is reimagining soda with high fiber and 2 to 5 grams of sugar per can. The Yetis are back, and they've brought along a third limited edition flavor, fan favorite crisp apple. All 3 festive flavors are less than 50 calories with just 2 to 5 grams of sugar and up to 9 grams of fiber for digestive health support. No matter how you celebrate this time of year, Olipop's holiday sodas make the season brighter, refreshing, and more fun.
It truly is amazing the quality of taste of Olipop without all the harm that comes with drinking regular soda. And you all know my wife is typically a Diet Coke girly, but she's been able to make the switch to drinking a far more healthy cola for her, and she still enjoys it.
The Olipop's vintage cola tastes almost exactly like Diet Coke, and you feel better drinking it because you're like, you know what? I'm not getting all the negative sides of it. I'm getting health, and it tastes good. These are great stocking stuffers. So get a free can of Olipop. Buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store, and we'll pay you back for 1. Works on any flavor, any retailer, including the Yeti limited edition cans. Go to drinkolipop.com/VIALL. Olipop is sold online, drinkolipop.com, and Amazon, and available in almost 50,000 retailers nationwide, including Costco, Walmart, Target, Publix, Whole Foods, Kroger, and H-E-B. Ready to spin, deal, and play like a pro? Legends Online Casino has hundreds of games where the action never stops. You've got to check out Legends Online Casino. Legends has hundreds of games to choose from, everything from slots and poker to live tables where you can play roulette, blackjack, and baccarat with real dealers, all from your phone or laptop. Here's the best part. They've got a mega jackpot that you can hit playing any game. It's not tied to a single slot, so every spin or hand gives you a shot at something huge. And the games on Legends have some of the highest return to player rates, which means you're getting some of the best odds out there. Plus, when you sign up today, you can get a 100% match on your first purchase up to $100. Just go to the link in the description and use promo code VIALL. That's LEGENDZ.com, promo code VIALL. Enter, play, spin, and maybe hit that mega jackpot.
Well, welcome, Natalie.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
So excited to have you.
How's this whole experience been for you?
It's been great. It's crazy because, normally when you work somewhere for a few years, it doesn't change so drastically like it has for me. It's not something I saw coming.
So you're one of the cast members from the new iteration of Vanderpump that worked at SUR as just
yes.
a normal waiter, waitress,
yes.
employee of SUR.
Yes.
And then that turned into this opportunity now being a cast member of Vanderpump.
Yeah.
So there in 2023, I guess there was no talk of new.
They were still filming season 11. When I first started, season 10 was airing. And then I want to say that summer, they started filming season 11 and I would just be working.
When you started working at SUR, did any part of you hope that this would happen or think that this could happen?
Or was it just like another, I just need a job? And
yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm not from LA, so I feel like so many people that don't live here just know what SUR is because of like pop culture. So when I moved here and I needed to get a job quickly, it was like one of the first places on my list because I just knew what it was. So, and also
like the Olive Garden.
Well,
yeah,
I'm a real Italian, so I don't know about working at the Olive Garden. But
Olive Garden for actors.
I mean,
just saying,
I'm not going to hate on it.
Name is all I'm saying.
Yes.
They have
Yeah.
unlimited soup and breadsticks.
Amazing comparison.
Yeah.
Definitely the same.
But I do think also, Lisa Vanderpump is just so iconic. And my initial goal was to just work for her and get to know her and just be connected to her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is like one of the best restaurateurs ever. And I fell in love with bartending in college. It was how I paid my bills. I would like work until 4 a.m. in dive bars and then wake up for class at 7, but I
Wow.
loved it.
And so did you interview with Lisa, or is that like to?
No, some
She's
people
not part
do,
of-
and some people will talk about, or I think you'll maybe even see some interviews on this season, but she's like always all over the place. So she's at SUR as much as possible. Guillermo is there every single day.
Okay.
So he was the first one that I met. I went to SUR in like workout clothes to see if I really liked it in person or if it was going to be like, what I thought it would be or what it looked like. I was like, let me just go see for myself. Met Guillermo and was just like explaining to him I had just moved here and I'm a bartender and like I actually came here to see if this was a place that I would want to work. And he was like, we would love to have a female bartender. It's been a little bit since we've had one. We love having girls behind the bar because it was just all men.
Yeah.
And let's set up an interview, and I had a few interviews and then I started.
Wow. And
It's kind of as simple as that.
Had you seen Vanderpump Rules?
I had,
All the-
because working in restaurants is so insane.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started, I remember my first night working, not even in a restaurant, but in an event venue. I was walking into like its own group and I was like, wow, isn't there like a show about this? This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of where my awareness of it started. Like, this makes sense that there's a show about like this premise because
Right.
it really is like its own kind of ball game. And, through bartending and through also getting older, I feel like girls all have their like, dabbling into reality TV moment.
Yeah.
And I loved Housewives, and this was a spinoff of Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I did watch it. Yeah.
What was the pressure like while filming the show to
Mhm.
kind of uphold the legacy of what the previous cast left?
Yeah, this might be a really terrible answer, but I felt like there was non-existent pressure to be anything like them.
Really?
And I think like our group is different. And of course, there's the same, like there's a toxic couple, or there's like a bitchy manager, or there's like someone who's just so sweet. All those like archetypes aren't just Vanderpump Rules. They're so universal. But because people love Vanderpump Rules so much and those people are so beloved, of course, we're getting compared. But I think that'll go away maybe after some time and people get used to it if they're open-minded. I don't know. I mean, I think you have to be open-minded if you're going to watch this reboot.
Do you know
we're
any of
different.
the cast members that you got? Have you gotten to know any of the OGs?
Some, yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of Tom Schwartz because him and Lisa are so close and he's
Tracks.
around and we do go to Tom
He's just
Tom.
there.
Are we going to see him on the show?
You might.
Okay.
We go to Tom Tom a lot.
Okay.
They treat us well, you know, and we're not like able to go to Craig's all the time or something. Like we have to, you know, think about where we're going.
Yeah.
And it's just convenient and it's nice. We all know those bartenders. We're all friends. So
Have any of the previous cast reached out in support or with
Yes.
advice? Or
Kristen has reached out.
Okay.
Sheena has been super supportive. I just did Lala's podcast and she was so supportive. So that was amazing. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. I mean, I've seen like Sandoval in the restaurant over the years, and I think I don't know his feelings about it. We never discussed it. I've just seen him. Seen like I've worked See You Next Tuesdays, so like met James. I think I've met everyone actually except for I don't think I've met Kristen in person, and I haven't met Stassi in person, but everyone else I have met before.
Okay. Wow.
Did you watch the show back a little bit once you got cast on this?
No, I think it was so important. I also like had a really crazy year.
Okay.
So I couldn't really think about like, oh, like how do I do this? I think I was going through like my own stuff and I was like, I need to try to get it together the best I can, but also be authentic. Because Lisa gives us advice all the time and I do go to her for advice. And one of my favorite pieces of advice from her is like, don't cover up things that you have going on because sometimes it's the most relatable stuff. Like, don't be perfect. So I think I was just really like, I don't want to look insane, but I want to like be honest.
So you kind of leaned into what you were going
100%. And I was like, I'm not going to sign up to do this and I don't want to have any regrets. You know, like I've lived life. We're all human. Like it's not a good feeling. And so, you know, something that's kind of like a big accomplishment, you know, career-wise for me, I didn't want to regret it. So yeah, leaning in is like the perfect way to put it. And I just did my best day by day, you know.
Has it been fun watching it back?
So I've seen 2 episodes. And so, I mean, there's so much more to see.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, the beginning was like the worst for me. Obviously,
Okay.
I'm coming out of my suspension. And it's so funny. I remember being like, well, you know, I lost it there. Thank God we haven't started yet. And then I learned.
So that was a real suspension?
Yeah, it was a real suspension.
So it was because
Nothing
of-
is fake.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It was you ran into your ex-boyfriend at Sir.
Yeah, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
So we are all in Sir all the time. We
Uh-huh.
were all there last night. Like even when we're not working, we're like often there. So especially when family comes into town, like we all know each other's family like very well. So just wanted to bring in the fam and, you know, catch up. But my ex and I were just not on great terms at the time. And when he was so kind to my family that day, it really hurt. Because I'm like, we have not spoken in so long. And I can't pretend, as you can see, I don't really hold things in well. So I was like, this is crazy. You're going to sit here and be so nice to my family. And I don't get the time of day from you.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. So I lost my mind.
Yeah.
I said, well,
Happens.
maybe if you're going to be so nice today, maybe you'll unblock me. What do you think?
And did he?
No.
You did this in front of your family?
Oh, yeah. I do everything in front of my family.
Yeah.
Like,
How do
it's-
they feel about all of this?
I think so supportive. My stepdad raised me since I was 3 and, you know, was so supportive of me wanting to pursue acting, singing, whatever. He's always been my biggest supporter. So doing this, he's like, yeah, whatever makes you happy, like go for it.
So is that your big dream to be an actor/singer?
Of course. I mean, I grew up in theater. I got a degree in acting. It's kind of been my whole life. Like all of my friends actually live in New York City. I'm the only one that came to LA. They're all pursuing theater. And
Were
all
you
the things.
getting auditions or getting work prior to being on Vanderpump?
I mean, the actor strike made that very hard.
Yeah.
And that is why I really leaned into the singing, because it was so difficult. I was in acting class. I was submitting to stuff every single day, and it was just so hard.
Are you hoping that being on the show will open up some doors for you, or are you worried more the opposite, that this will pigeonhole you as a
Great
reality TV
question.
star?
I think 10 years ago, it would have had a negative effect. But it seems like today, to just
Mhm.
be someone that people know of and like is beneficial
Yeah. Yeah.
in
kinda like-
every way.
yeah, like the parasocial aspect, I think, of like creating
Mm.
an audience and like letting them get to know you
Yeah.
works really well with like
And
reality
also,
TV and
like,
stuff.
I'm just a very open person in
Mhm.
general. So it seemed like this is something that makes sense for me because I have nothing to hide.
Let's talk about you and Marcus being brother and sister.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that this is like so much like of a thing. I mean,
where do you stand? Do you? So are you guys that close? Like, what?
it's never that we were that close. Like when we all work together, I'm at the bar and I like get to see everyone come get their drinks, and we have little conversations while they're waiting for their drinks. And like Marcus and I have the same like sense of humor, same kind of like, we're both really loud. We're both really ourselves.
So you have good chemistry.
No, platonically, sure.
What's the difference?
Because I don't like look at him and like get the tingles. Such a gross word. Like you have to be like attracted, right? There has to be
You think
a
he's
level
ugly?
of attraction. I mean, I think he's a fine looking boy.
Boy.
Do you think he thinks you're ugly?
I think he thinks I'm a fine looking girl. I don't think we even have ever considered it. He's trying to set me up with his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Even last night, he's like,
Do you
So what do you
at
think?
least empathize with Kimberly's point of view?
no.
Why?
Because I literally have had so many moments with her one-on-one. It like almost came out of nowhere. All of a sudden we're filming a show and now you're worried. There was a night before
So you
filming.
think she's being disingenuous?
A little. I think they doing this show, their problems really changed into bigger problems and
Interesting.
more of a complex dynamic. It's one thing being a couple with problems, and then it's one thing being a couple with problems that's interviewing for a TV show for months.
That's fair, but
And
I
you're-
guess I'm just. Do you think like you can be like if you had a boyfriend? Are you single?
I'm single.
You're single. So if you had a boyfriend and let's say
She should know my character after working with me for 2 years.
But if your boyfriend had some good like work chemistry with
I think work chemistry is a crazy
chemistry,
thing to say. No, it's so not chemistry, it's friendship. And him and Demi are like the best of friends because they have 1 year on me. He worked at her 1 year longer. It's totally fine. They can go to lunch together. They can hang out alone together after work. But if I have a good conversation with him at the drink station, God forbid, I'm inappropriate.
Well, I mean, I get like one conversation, but like if
We work together like most days of the week.
Can you clarify the good morning text?
I
Was
would
there
love
any-
to. Yeah,
there
I would.
anything
I would
else
even love
to
to get
it?
my phone. So actually, I was seeing someone, and this is the crazy thing. I was seeing someone. I rebounded pretty quickly, and everyone knew I was really excited about this guy that I was seeing, and I ended up seeing him for like 7 months. He just didn't want to be on the show, which is fine. It was new, and I think like I asked him like, would you want to? They were like, would he film a date with you, like going out for drinks? And it was really new at the time. It was only like a few months in. So I respected it. Yeah, they knew how into this guy I was. And he would come in some days during like my shifts. So he got to know some of my coworkers. And Marcus would like give me advice. Like, don't text him. Like he was always telling me like play hard to get, but I liked him so much. I was always like, I want to hang out. Or like, he's coming to Sir. I'm so excited. And I think I had gone to Verve with him once I got cut from my shift. And he literally texted me and asked me about it. And I said, good morning. I'm freaking out because it was like so cute. Where's my phone? Literally.
You want
So
it?
it was a
at
good
what
morning
time
text
of
about
day
another
did you
guy.
text him?
What do you mean? In that instance, he texted me asking how the coffee went. I was in a relationship and they knew my ex-boyfriend, who I can name because he's on the show. They knew Paolo, you know, they knew our relationship. They knew how heartbroken I was that it wasn't working out. They knew I was seeing someone else. Like I literally, all it comes down to is him and I just get along as coworkers. We've never hung out outside of work. I've never attempted that. Literally nothing.
Who is your least favorite coworker?
Oh, I think it changes every week.
Okay.
So sometimes if I'm bartending next to someone that is in my way or like taking my shaker or like doing little things that annoy me, that pisses me off. Or like, I'm a very like OCD bartender. So like when people are lazy, I don't like that. Or then there's personal issues. And sometimes I come into work like I can barely breathe. I'm so anxious. So if I'm having an issue like that, it's that person. I mean, it's really a revolving door of who's my least favorite person today. And I think everyone would say that.
And everyone has kind of been through that.
Everyone has been through the nights that I'm not at work, I usually get a call like of what happened that night.
Oh, wow. Is there
It's a lot to keep up with.
Is there anything that is coming up that you remember filming that you're nervous to see how it plays out on the show?
Yeah, there probably should be.
Or do you just kind of forget it all?
I mean,
and
I
you're
think
like,
I was like
it'll be what it'll
preparing
be?
my family to see me like get a spray tan.
Oh.
Some are like, do
yeah.
your thing. And the other half are like, we are mortified.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm 27 and
Live your life, girl.
I'm going to live my best life.
Yeah.
Also like, I'm a broken record. I grew up in theater and like, we were very comfortable changing in front of each other. I went to a sleepaway camp where there weren't like boys and girls dressing rooms all the time. So you were just changing. Like it was very like normalized. So,
Is there anything that you are excited for them to air?
I'm excited for everything because I think like we have a work trip that we do. And we all go together and like we are really there to work, but also like obviously we're all like under the same roof, which like overnight has never happened. And we had like a pool and a hot tub and we were like cooking meals together. And it was so funny because driving there, we had 2 like SUVs and we knew who was going to be in what car that morning. Like it was very divided. And we had a lunch and it was pretty awkward. And then as soon as we like got to the house and we were like cooking together and hanging out and in the pool, like the drama kind of like subsided for a couple days. It was like we were in this like fantasy world outside of West Hollywood. And I think we all like felt like, okay, we might be able to get through all this stuff that's going on right now. Because I think it just felt like a lot of love.
Any drinks thrown at anyone?
No. Actually, wait, I lied. Yes, but by accident.
Okay.
But I'm sure that turned into
It was honestly like, it was like the funniest thing because it was really a joke. Like we were on a bus and something spilled.
Will we see you or any of your cast members get like auditions or get to see you guys pursue your dreams outside of Sir?
100%. A lot of us are pursuing like careers in entertainment. So yeah, a lot of auditions. I didn't have any, but I've heard other people did. I did go to the recording studio one day and I was like, we were there for hours and I'm like, you guys had to use like a warm-up run. That was horrible, but it's all jokes. You got to laugh.
I forget his name.
Describe them.
Italian, also Italian.
Chris.
Yeah, what did you think of him on Perfect Match?
I didn't watch him on Perfect Match.
How did you
Yeah,
did you feel any
watch.
sort of way about like, for example, you being like, I'm here because I'm an employee at
Okay,
Sir?
I'm not gonna be fake with you. Of course. We were like, what are these boys trying to do here? We were all very skeptical, probably for like a week. And then honestly, they were just so cool. And like, they really fit in well. They both kind of end up having like some love interest in the group and they just meshed really well. I was completely shocked. I think Chris asked us all our names so many times when he first met us. He was like, wait, what's your name again? Like
kind of
5 times in 1 hour. So I was like, really? Again?
Do you have any love interests with any of the cast members?
I do.
Oh. Ooh.
Nothing serious.
Well, spoiler alert. Guess it
That's
doesn't work
fine.
out.
Not
not
necessarily true. Well, we filmed this how long ago? Not even a year ago. So if I got married that fast, I would need to talk to my therapist.
Schedule a session.
What would be your dream acting role?
I love that question. I think it's amazing the way that movie musicals are such like a thing right now. And there's so many shows that like Broadway shows, theater shows, plays that people don't know about that I think would be amazing on screen. Like we all knew one day Wicked was going to be a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I mean, they really did that.
Yeah.
But there are ones that aren't so like extravagant that would just be like amazing.
Like
so
what?
I would love to see some of the shows that like I did as a kid or loved as a kid become films.
Like what?
Like what?
Oh my God, there's one called Next to Normal. That's
Yeah.
probably
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. I went to
Also,
theater
the girl,
school as well.
what's that?
I went to theater school as well.
Where?
USC.
Oh my gosh, we
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
have mutual friends.
Did you go to USC?
No, I went to
No,
Penn
you-
State, but like
Okay.
you know, when you're auditioning for theater schools, it's like kind of whichever ones you get into. If you get into more than one, you know,
Yeah.
and everyone kind of knows everyone in theater.
Yeah, we probably do. I
We
think you're much
prob-
younger than me, but do you say you're 27?
27.
Can you sing?
Okay. What?
Can you sing?
Leia's really good at
I-
singing.
Yes,
I
everyone
it's
can
kinda-
sing.
She can sing.
I think
yeah.
it's so much about confidence.
Yeah, I don't. That's my issue. Is
Do you
the
guys want to give us a
confidence.
little?
Oh, I cannot.
Oh
I
yeah, a
won't.
little run.
Oh my
Acapella.
God.
Should I redeem myself?
Are you
you-
able to
you
sing on the
should.
spot?
What's
Mhm.
that?
Can you give us a little?
You definitely
Sure.
should. Give us your
What's your
What are you
audition?
looking for?
Yeah, what's your audition?
What's your
song?
audition song?
Ugh. I mean, I felt this is so basic. In theater, I felt like, well, it was cool if you could find like the things no one knew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I feel like Home, Beauty and the Beast. Like I love
Mm.
Belle. Like I love that show.
Okay, so let's sing
Wait,
that one.
what's the opening song?
No, it's not in the movie.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
only in the musical. And
Oh.
it's like when she's like in the castle and she's like mourning the loss of her home. It's like really emotional.
Give
Oh,
us a.
God.
give us a little-
Okay.
It's so scary to be put on
I'm
the
trying
spot
to,
like this.
like,
I
it's been
did
so
not.
many
It's
years, I'm
my
like, how-
nightmare.
Wait, how
But-
does it start? I'm trying to recall. It's like, is this home? Is this where I should learn to be happy? Never dreamed that home could be dark and cold. I have no voice right now.
God, that's beautiful.
Like I said,
That's
we had some
great.
arguments over the weekend, so
You're like,
Hey.
I was
I'm
screaming all over
recovering,
us.
but
No, that's beautiful.
that was so good.
That was awesome.
thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Would Belle be like
Would love.
would love?
Mhm.
Would love.
Would love. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be fun. We just started showing our daughter Beauty and the Beast and she loves it too.
You guys have
That's
to
a
listen
good
to the Broadway soundtrack. You know, a fun fact is the woman, I literally am I'm so hoarse, so I can't believe I just did that.
It was
The
beautiful.
woman who played Belle on Broadway is the voice of Meg in the Hercules movie.
Oh,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love when
Susan
I
Egan.
love when
Mhm.
they're doing other. You know.
So
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm listening to like the Hercules music, which is like amazing, and
Really
I've heard
good.
that could become a movie, and oh my God, I
Ooh.
would die.
Meg.
That
Maybe
would be
Meg.
good.
Like I
Mhm.
would just die. But then I've heard like maybe Liz Gillies or something who would also be amazing.
Oh,
There's so many
yeah.
people that could just kill that role.
Yeah.
But I would love to audition. But yeah, sometimes when I'm listening to it, I can hear like you can hear like a little bit of Belle or like, you know, it's cute.
Yeah.
I'm
Leia,
nerding
it's
out.
your
I'm
turn.
nerding
I
out.
That was
cannot.
great.
I cannot be put on the spot. This is probably why
Sing
I
Happy
didn't
Birthday.
pursue.
Sing
Happy birthday, ABC.
Happy birthday.
You're not
to
trying.
you.
You're not trying.
Do you sing to Louis at night?
I do sing
Who's
to
Louis?
Louis.
Her son.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you're from Florida.
Yeah.
You mentioned in the show that you grew up in the same area of Boca that Ariana Grande
Yes.
did.
I
And
mean,
was-
the amount of times I drove past that girl's house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what is this like pizza restaurant?
Yeah, I want to know.
No, it's not pizza. It's like a nice Italian,
Italian
restaurant.
place?
It's like
Yeah.
hard to get a reservation at. It's called Trattoria Romana.
Mhm.
Amazing.
What are the
Hmm.
other favorite spots in Boca that you and Ariana both
I
share
mean,
love for?
If you were at the mall, like
Mhm.
in what, 2009, you were
Yeah.
probably seeing a redheaded Ariana Grande
Mhm.
at the mall.
Yeah.
Or like the movie theater. And it's so cute because I think I was maybe home when this happened. Like our childhood, like Boca movie theater, she flew home to see it with her
Oh,
grandmother.
Yeah, I saw
Mm.
that.
So cute. Like
Mhm.
imagine watching yourself in this like dream role in your childhood movie theater.
No, that's
crazy.
crazy.
It is really crazy. I mean, it's just like really touching.
Yeah.
Can only hope I have a fraction of that kind of like experience.
You-
will manifest.
You're on a good
Ariana
path.
Grande.
Yeah.
Manifesting is real.
Yeah.
You're on a good
Yeah.
path.
The two
yeah.
most
Yeah.
famous people from Boca are you and Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Is Tyler Cameron from Boca?
He's
No.
like from Jupiter,
Oh, Jupiter.
but
Jupiter's
it's like so
where-
close.
Yeah, Jupiter's around where
That's
like,
near
I'm
each
from.
other.
Yeah. Maybe like half an hour.
Sorry, we're getting in the
Have you met
weeds
him,
on Florida.
Tyler? Okay. Good guy.
Do you watch The Bachelor?
I used to watch The Bachelor. Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like a lot
That's
of girls did. I haven't watched it in a
Not
long
until-
time.
Until
feel like-
Taylor Frankie Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm actually so thrilled. I'm so excited for that. I mean, she's just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
We love her. We're
Ugh,
big fans.
Same. Same.
Well, Natalie, thanks for coming.
Oh my gosh,
So much
thank you for
fun.
having me.
Where can people follow you, find all your fun stuff?
I mean, I'm on Instagram. That's kind of it right now. I
No
should be
TikTok?
better. I do have TikTok, but it's more like I'm watching TikTok. I'm not. I'm not.
You're a lurker.
Yeah,
I'm a lurker as
it's
well.
like it's a lot of work, but I think
Just post the same stuff on both pages.
Okay, I think like it could
Singing
be.
videos.
I made my dog a TikTok once. I've done singing videos. I've done that. I'm trying to get like the technical aspect of it a little bit better though.
TikTok is confusing.
I'm also not good with like technology. So
Yeah.
like wires and mics and software and like it's like a whole other language.
So Instagram.
So Instagram for now.
Natalie Maguire.
Natalie Maguire. Natalie M. Maguire.
Natalie M.
Natalie Maguire was
what's
taken.
your middle name, Marie?
Marie.
Whoa, what?
What do you? Yeah, all the girls' middle names.
I
are
know,
Marie.
right? She's Italian.
It's not that crazy.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
I didn't
true.
That was
really-
pretty crazy. If you guessed my middle name out of nowhere, I would freak out.
What's your-
R. You're not going
Mine's
to.
Rebecca?
Rachel.
No, you.
Mine's
that's crazy.
R2.
That's actually
Rebecca.
crazy.
Wait.
No, it's not that crazy.
He
I
just
know
guessed my middle name out of nowhere.
I know you're Jewish.
This is like
It's
a
a-
really
it's a-
It is a
incredible
very-
talent
It's
party
a very
trick.
popular
Note it.
Jewish name. You
That's
said
yeah.
R.
Crazy.
Wait,
it could have
that's
been
me.
Rachel.
Mine's
I said Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was
No,
gonna
you
say.
know-
I was gonna say
Mary.
Raina.
You also told me I wouldn't guess, and Rebecca is like not.
Wait,
as common.
wait,
as-
what? I tried to guess
Wait,
yours.
you
He
just did
guessed my
mine.
min-
You just guessed mine.
What's yours?
Rebecca.
Wait, my middle name's Rebecca.
Wait, what?
No, that's crazy.
Wait, what's the first letter of your middle name?
Jay.
Joseph?
Mhm.
Oh my God. Look at everybody.
Not
I
that
want to ask you
hard.
yours, but now I'm scared I'm going to ruin it.
Jay.
This one's
Oh,
easy.
it's your
Yeah,
Instagram.
Joy.
So Joy, yeah,
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait,
That
we're really
is
good at this.
crazy.
Well,
Wow,
that's hilarious.
everybody.
You have a Jewish middle name.
I mean, it's in the First
The-
Testament of
yeah,
the
you're
Bible.
And also, like, Marie is
My
like
dad's a
such
my
a
dad's a
common
pastor.
middle name.
That
Like,
is hilarious.
You know.
Mhm.
Well, I would love
Wow.
to come back when I'm not hoarse and really sing.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Come
Natalie
back. Talent
Marie
show.
Maguire.
Natalie Marie Maguire. Hi, hopefully I can say
But
my name.
so you're also like Irish too.
I'm also Irish. I think a lot of the females in my family are Italian, so their last name changed.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Yeah. As it,
Mhm. You didn't get to, I didn't get to keep Kaleli.
Mm.
Imagine.
Maguire's fun.
That is a pretty last name.
Maguire is fun.
And it's the same last name as Toby.
Yep.
So,
Toby Maguire, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That was a musical.
Yes, dark past.
well, Natalie, thanks for coming, and thank you to all our guests, including Kate Aurthur. Do not forget to check out our Going Deeper episode with Hilaria
God, she was
Baldwin.
at
It's
13
definitely an
minutes ago.
episode you will not want to miss.
Small world.
Also, don't forget to check out, if you haven't already, our reality recap episode that dropped on Tuesday with Mirrorball champion Whitney Carson and her husband, Carson.
So
Yes.
that.
Oh,
So much
ironic.
fun. We'll see you back on Monday. Bye. Don't forget to check out Plus.